Hey, Froggy, have you noticed?
I know what you're going to say.
What am I going to say?
The light's faster.
Yes.
I did notice that today.
Yes.
Because you know why? I was sitting at the light and I wasn't even thinking about it. And then I was like, we're going already. What?
Boom.
What?
Yeah,
It was like 10 seconds? 15 seconds? It's pretty great. As opposed to 4 minutes.
It's really, really fast now. So we got to thank, what was it, Mr. Jackson? Was it Kevin Jackson? Was that his name?
I think St. Pete needs to thank you.
They do. Actually, all of the motorists that travel at that intersection, at least this time of the day, owe me a debt of gratitude. By the way, Fester is still not here. Fester was admitted into the hospital. Full details in just a second, and I imagine we will be able to speak to Fester later this morning. But the traffic light issue, just for a second here, for those that don't know, we have been held up for sometimes 4 or 5 minutes at the traffic light, and this is the whole crew. It's Fester. It's Roxanne. By the way, she's not here. Did she make a mention yesterday that she might be like 5 or 10 minutes late
5
today?
5 minutes late. She's having something to do with Doug.
I don't know. I think a babysitter or something because
that's right, yeah.
Doug is out of town. I don't know, whatever the story is. So this traffic light at MLK and Roosevelt here in St. Petersburg, right near Jabal Circuit and everything. So whatever happened messed up the whole light cycle. And it was about maybe a month before Christmas. And we travel that intersection every day, especially since the 4th Street exit is closed. All of us, Roxanne, Fester, me, and you, Froggy, we all come from Hillsborough County. We come across the Gandy Bridge, and then we would typically get out at 4th Street. But 4th is closed because they're building the new overpass, and I don't know how long it takes to do that.
Oh, my gosh, come on.
Yeah, get that done already. But honestly, either way, it's about the same time to get here, other than at Ulmerton Road on 275 South, that whole juxtapositioning and the lane shifting, that's a mess.
It's much easier the old way.
I see people cause accidents. I've seen people nearly cause accidents. It's just really not a good setup at the Ulmerton MLK exit. So we peel off at MLK instead of going right towards Ulmerton. And when you get down to Roosevelt and MLK, that light, the cycle became ridiculously long. It was just, tenuous. Just ponderous, man. Ponderous. And we would sit there for like 4 or 5 minutes, and there would be no cars at all going east-west on Roosevelt, and we're just sitting there waiting. But something shifted before Christmas where the whole light cycle got messed up. So I started complaining about it. I instructed Fester to get a hold of the traffic engineer, whoever's in charge of the traffic signals at the city of St. Pete. They then said, well, that's a state road, so they work in coordination with the Florida Department of Transportation. Anyway, we spoke to a guy named, I think it was Kevin, was it Kevin Jackson or Kevin Johnson?
His name was Kevin.
And this guy, we had him on the air, and he said, yeah, we're going to work on it, we're going to fix it, and sure enough, it's fixed. So everyone that has gotten screwed up at that intersection, you can thank me.
Think of all the jobs
That's
you
right.
saved.
You can thank me, MJ, because I bitched and moaned about it, and we had the engineer on the air. Fester even called down to the mayor's office. Seriously. And the thing is fixed. And the light cycle is now normal. When no cars are going on Roosevelt, it changes even faster. It's almost like the sensor, had bird poop on it or something.
I did try flashing my brights at it this morning. I thought that worked at first.
It does. That is a fallacy. Flashing your lights at the traffic light doesn't make it change fast.
I was like, oh my God, it worked. And then I was like, wait, maybe they fixed it.
It doesn't make it change faster. So I'm excited about that. It looks like they fixed it actually.
I'm excited about it.
Looks like it got fixed the first part of the week, I think, is when I started noticing that it was fixed. But I wanted to give it a couple of days so I could make sure that it's accurate. And, it's now working right. On to Fester. And ladies and gentlemen, we do have some breaking news. This is a special report. 3, 2, 1. This is an NBC News special report. Now your host, Fester Dolt. Oh, wait a minute.
He's not here.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's not here. Yeah, Fester Dolt is not here. Fester's in the hospital. Ooh. Fester is in Tampa General. They admitted him, and he could be there like 5 days in the hospital.
What? Like, what are they doing?
They're doing like IV treatments for, here's the deal, myasthenia gravis. Look it up. And in fact, there's like this TV commercial for something like called, it's like, hold on, I sent the message because I've seen the TV commercial. There's like this drug they're advertising like incessantly for the past like 6 months that I've seen on TV. And you'll hear them say, for myasthenia gravis. And myasthenia gravis, which many of you have never heard of, is an autoimmune disease. And Fester first got this back in 2011. And it tackles your muscles. It makes your face droop. It makes your eyes droop down. Somewhat similar, in appearance-wise to Bell's palsy in like some of the things it does to you. However, I don't know enough to compare Bell's palsy with myasthenia gravis. I think myasthenia gravis tackles more of the other muscles in the body. So I sent Fester this, and did I put it in the group text? I might have put it in the group text. But there's a drug, and he says that he's getting IV treatments. And where's the group text here? All right, so the drug is called Vyvgart. It's Vyvgart. And I said, hey, what about that new drug I'm seeing a TV commercial for? And he said it's a maintenance drug. All right, so we'll call Fester later on, but he was admitted. He is now at Tampa General. He has to undergo IV treatments like every day for 5 days.
Ugh.
And I sent the message because I know some of the PR folks over at Tampa General. And I sent the message to one of the PR people, Ellen at Tampa General. And I said, hey, Fester is staying at your hotel. And they said, we know, we'll take good care of him. So that's good. So hopefully Fester recovers, and this bout of myasthenia gravis, hopefully he can get over this quickly, but it'll knock you flat out. He was having trouble walking yesterday. That's why he didn't come in. He said there was no way he'd be able to climb the stairs here because our elevator's been broken here at the Koger Center since August. Seriously, August. So he apparently got even worse, so he took an Uber to Tampa General because his wife had to take the kids to school. So
he said he can't have visitors yet.
He wasn't in a real room when we spoke to him yesterday. I believe they were putting him in a real room. So hang on. We'll talk to Fester coming up. Busy MJ Morning Show here on a Wednesday. Let's grab traffic. You like this one instead of the...
I don't know.
This is from 1979. You don't like that?
Oh, the year I was born. I do like it.
Yeah, very good. All right. Let's grab traffic. MJ Morning Show back in a minute.
Here we go. It is still a good ride on the interstates, the bridges.
MJ Morning Show, it is Q105. Hey, everybody. MJ here along with Roxanne, who just arrived a few minutes ago. Froggy. Fester is in the hospital. They expect Fester to be hospitalized for maybe up to 5 days. He was telling me something about his treatment, that there's a 5-day treatment and then there's a 10-day treatment, and he opted for the 5-day treatment. Now, I don't know if that's like a half-ass deal versus getting the 10-day, but he said something like, no, it's the same. Anyway, we'll try to get Fester on later on, and he said that he would drop me a text when he's awake, and I believe that they were moving him into a private room last night, so we'll get the full detail later on regarding Fester and the fact that he's at Tampa General Hospital. And, hey, Froggy, since you've given out Fester's cell number about 12,000 times on the show, do you think people are going to be texting like Fester, get well, good wishes?
Yeah, you should. 813-310-8444 if you want to text him, get well.
Jeez.
Most popular number in Tampa.
It is. What happened to the T-shirts you were going to sell with that on it?
They're still for sale. They're available online.
How many have you sold?
Oh, like 2.
Have you really?
No. I haven't checked, actually.
Well, then, wait a minute. Then how do they get shipped?
It's done through another company.
Okay.
Outsourced.
Yeah, outsourced.
All right. So Fester is hospitalized because of his myasthenia gravis, which he got originally in 2011. Then it kind of went away. He was out of the show for a month. In 2011, he was not on the show for a month. And he was like in the hospital, I think, for like 3 weeks. It was pretty severe. And now it has returned with a vengeance. It's like Die Hard with a vengeance. It's back. And so that's why he's getting treated. And it's an autoimmune disease. All right, we'll talk to Fester later on. All right, Roxanne, you said something, and I don't know if you expected me to bring this up, but I think it's important. You're all alone?
Oh, no. Okay, so last night I stayed at a relative's house.
Okay.
And so all the kids, my daughters and the other kids, they had a big sleepover.
All right.
So they all slept in the cozy carpet comfort
now,
zone.
Doug is out of town.
Yes.
Doug is...
He's with his other family in the Bahamas.
Derek Jeter. All right, so...
He spends more time in the Bahamas.
He does.
No,
He got some overseas activity.
Does he have some kind of import-export deal going on?
What's happening?
What's going on
No,
over there?
he really is there just for work.
Anyway, the deal, I don't care where you were physically, but you were in your own bed,
Yeah.
or you didn't have your kids climbing all over you,
Yes.
and you've made the tragic mistake of allowing your kids to sleep in your bed. You gotta take care of that early on, man. You gotta
Nip that in the bud.
Uh-huh.
you gotta nip that in. Froggy, I'm impressed.
What?
Because
You were going to say that?
no, I'm impressed because I would have bet $1,000 that you would have said nip it in the butt.
No. I know. I don't know what.
Or
I don't know
nipple
what
in the butt.
nip it in the
What?
bud means.
Nipple in the butt.
Nipple in the butt.
Okay, now we're getting freaky.
Leave it to Roxanne. Nipple in the butt. So no,
Just
I
messing up the words.
I would
No,
have pegged you to mispronounce that and call it nip it in the butt.
What does it even mean, really?
I don't know. Anyway.
Nip it in the
All right,
bud.
so, Roxanne,
Mhm.
you slept in a bed last night with no kids climbing all over you and no Doug, and you were just bragging minutes ago. So during the commercial
good.
break, so when we went to commercial break, at the beginning of the show, we did the show opening, then we went to break, and as we go to break, Roxanne's walking in. Now, remember Roxanne said something about, hey, tomorrow I'm going to be, 5-10 minutes late or whatever. All right, no problem. So during the break, you're like, oh, my God. Repeat what you said for our audience, because I think this is a public service.
Guys, I got 7 straight solid hours of sleep. I feel like a new woman. I'm like having all these thoughts I would never have. I just am.
What, about going on Tinder or something? Or
No.
What?
No, I mean, my brain is working.
Starting an OnlyFans account? What? You're having all these thoughts?
Normally, I don't have thoughts.
No.
Normally, I'm just catatonic.
Well,
And
hang
then I
on.
drink coffee.
You're not being as enthusiastic as you were during the commercial break.
Okay.
I want you to
you were like, I'm so rested.
I want you to repeat it exactly for our listening audience. I want you to repeat exactly what you just said during the commercial
But
break.
did I cuss? I think I cussed.
Well,
Did I
don't
say,
do-
guys, I feel so freaking good. I slept 7 hours. I feel like a new woman. I am just,
You said you had no kids kicking you all night.
no kids kicked me in the head.
Right.
No kids peed on me. No, I mean, that's never happened.
No
but-
Doug attempting sleep sex.
Yeah.
You know.
Sexomnia. No.
But you said I'm onto something.
Yeah.
You
might be
used
onto something.
you use those words. Oh man, I'm onto something.
Yeah.
And
There might be something to this, is what I said.
oh, that's right. There might be something to this. And were you alluding to the fact about couples that sleep in separate bedrooms
Yeah.
in separate beds?
Yeah, I can see why people do that. I really, really can, because you just get then you can spend quality time together when you wake up and everybody feels good. I've gone from being an advocate of 4 people in the bed to now nobody in the bed. Now I think everybody should have their own bed in separate rooms even. Yes.
Yeah, but then you're going to fall back into your normal ways. And in days, you're going to have the kids sleeping in your bed, which is a massive mistake. And then Doug with his snoring or whatever else he does.
Sleep talking,
sleepwalking, sleep eating, whatever the hell it is. So you're going to go right back. You're going to, like elastic, you're going to snap right back.
I know.
So you're bragging about because you look radiant.
Thank you.
You're glowing.
And I haven't even done my makeup yet, my full makeup.
You don't
No.
even need to do it.
Okay.
You're glowing.
Oh yeah. Oh, you look. I think you look better without the makeup right now. You're like excited. I
Yeah.
can tell you're rested.
I am.
Tippa, you're yawning by now. You're. I'm telling you.
For real, I feel it.
So what are you gonna do about this?
I
Are you
don't
gonna
know.
make this permanent? Are you finally gonna throw your 2.5-year-old kid out of the bed?
I need to. She actually came into my room last night. I said, "Are you going to sleep with Mama? Is that why you're coming in here?" She goes, "No, I'm just checking on you." And she went back to her.
See, you
friends.
even asked her. You almost gave in.
Yeah, I did. But
crazy.
no, it is amazing. And I had all these dreams that I remember really vividly.
Oh, what? Tell us about your
Okay,
dreams.
so I dreamed that I had a pet sea lion, and
What? It's awesome.
and it would take me to the beach, and it would hold a rope in
Wait a
its
minute.
mouth, and I would water ski off the back of it.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
hell?
You had a pet sea lion that would take you to the beach?
I mean, it
And
was
then you would water ski off the back of the
Yes.
sea lion?
yes, it
Now,
was amazing.
did you have a tow rope?
Yeah, it
or-
held a
or were you
rope
like-
in its mouth.
Oh, and it would tow you.
And it would just tow me, and it'd give me enough speed, and we'd
Man,
get going.
How big was the sea lion?
It was huge. It was a ginormous sea lion. And
Like
then-
a whale? Was it whale sized?
no, but it waddled. It walked on the beach with me too.
It waddled.
And all the salespeople were mad at me here because they're like, "Roxanne, can't you be normal and just like a cat or a dog? You'd be much more sellable if you just liked a dog or a cat."
So
You
you're
have to-
saying with your sleep conditions last night with no
Yeah.
kids kicking you,
Mhm.
Doug in the Bahamas holding Derek Jeter's umbrella.
No, he's not. Yeah, he's by himself. Or he's with work people.
Whatever. You're telling me that you're having these vivid dreams. You slept better. Anything else you can remember other than a sea lion taking you to the beach?
Yeah, I set my kitchen on fire, or someone else's kitchen
Whoa,
on fire.
really?
Yeah, but it wasn't bad because I found some baking soda in the fridge and put the fire out.
What was why'd you set it on
Because I
fire?
set the muffins too high and they touched the broil rack.
Oh my God! Oh my! The muffins are on fire!
Why did the seal help?
Roxanne's muffin tops are on fire!
She was trying to tell
Hang
you.
on, hold on. Hey, hang on. Okay, hang on. Okay, Roxanne's muffin tops are out.
Is the sea lion okay?
And by the way, you don't have muffin tops, all right?
I set them on fire. I don't anymore. No. Maybe it's like symbolic if I need to get them lasered or
It's
something.
a new clinic. It's a new weight loss clinic. Roxanne's muffin top clinic. They'll light your muffin tops on fire. Boom, get rid of your muffin tops. All right. Well, I'm very happy for you.
Thank you.
You're glowing. You're radiant. Almost like you're pregnant or something this morning.
Uh-oh.
Maybe there was some type of immaculate conception last night. I don't know. All right. When we get back, early morons in the news. Oh, we got a tasty pile today. As tasty as Roxanne's muffin tops. We got a tasty pile of early morons in the news next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Now, time for the early morons of the news here on the MJ Morning Show. Oh, what did you get regarding Fester? You got a couple of texts on the text line, right?
Yes, one of them was a lovely lady trying to interpret my dreams and said that maybe the sea lion in my dream was my friend Fester.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but I was restraining myself. Well, it would be more like a manatee or a whale of sorts.
I don't know. I've seen some big sea lions over like in San Francisco area. The ones that sit on the pier and go until you throw them something. They sort of remind me of Fester.
And those sea lions in San Francisco, they're like a nuisance.
Yeah, they're a pain in the ass, right? And the big fat seagulls that take your bread.
You ever see the elephant seals near the Hearst Castle in California? You ever see those things?
No.
Oh, my God.
They fat?
Yeah, there's a famous beach like right near the Hearst Castle off of the Pacific Coast Highway there or US 1, whatever they call that. And you pull into the parking lot, and, man, those things, they're the size of Buicks. I mean, massive, like as big as a whale about to set sail. A Chrysler, what was that? The B-52 song, right?
Oh, yeah. Love Shack?
Yeah, right? Yeah, it's Love Shack. All right, early morons of the news. Let's go. Oh, this, you know what? When a mother and son do things together business-wise, isn't that just a beautiful relationship?
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Mother and son accused of running brothel out of Florida home. Yeah.
Oh, Mom.
A mother and son are accused of running a brothel out of their home in South Florida with one sex worker alleging she was paid by how many condoms were used by the end of the shift.
Whoa.
Ooh.
My
Ick.
God.
Did you fake that?
Did you say ick?
Yeah.
Yes. Ugh. This is according to a local report, WPEC Television, which I think that's Channel 12, the CBS channel in West Palm Beach. The relatives were caught after investigators began probing a complaint that 15-year-old girls were being offered to men.
Ugh.
Under surveillance and by deploying fake Johns, authorities said detectives learned that 28-year-old Glenn Yan Zuniga Latin and his 52-year-old mother, Amparo Latin Barrias, were allegedly running the brothel. The mother was reportedly in charge of working the door and accepting cash payments, according to the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. Man, that's nasty. An arrest affidavit reportedly states that Johns, the clients, would come in, fork over $50 before they were handed a card. Next, they choose a commercial sex worker, go into a room where they'd hand over the card, and then engage in the act. Each encounter had a 15-minute time limit, according to WPEC TV in West Palm. That is unbelievable. A sex worker found by detectives at the brothel accused Barrias of telling her she had to work 3 days a week, in which she was paid $25 for every customer. What?
Ugh.
She reportedly said she averaged between 8 and 10 customers a day. Where are these customers coming from? Where are they advertising this stuff? Mother and son prostitution operation at their house.
Ugh. Probably on the dark web.
The woman also told, one of the workers also told detectives that there was another brothel next door. That was a separate business.
Wow.
But they also believe, authorities, that the mother and son were also involved in that one as well.
Got a franchise going.
Yeah, then during the investigation, they got bank subpoenas, and then they found out that the mother and the son made regular cash deposits into their accounts. That is nuts. Now they're facing charges of making money from prostitution, maintaining a house of prostitution, and I'm looking at their mugshots right now.
Okay, trying to lighten this up a little bit.
Actually, hang on a second. Hold on one second. I'm going to show this to MJ TV, and I said mugshot. Actually, I'm going to add an S to that. kind of a
Mugshot?
smug
Smug.
shot. Yeah.
Smug
Look, I'm
shot.
holding this up right now to MJTV. So if you're watching MJTV live, you'll be able to see. Andrew, is the image coming out clearly? All right. So just look at the smug look on the son. And kind of smug on the mother
Yeah.
as well. These are not mug shots. These are smug shots.
They're definitely related.
Yeah, so I'm holding it up. MJTV. We're live on TV every morning. If you go to mjmorningshow.com, click on MJTV at the top, then you can watch the live stream from 6 to 10 a.m., or you can go back and watch any portion, rewind the video, look at the video later on. Tonight, if there's crap on TV, go watch MJTV, and you can watch any of the previous shows in the studio. What were you saying?
You know, as you're telling the story, you keep saying brothel, whorehouse. You know,
No,
I'm
no,
just-
no. I
You
didn't,
never said that.
I didn't. Well, I didn't say. I didn't
Okay,
say that.
just wait, just wait.
I didn't say that word with the house.
Just wait.
Who
So,
else?
so in my head, I'm like, why have I seen a movie about this? But it was like a lighthearted movie. Like, what? Am I having a made up memory right now? And then I remembered the best little hoe house in Texas. Remember that movie?
Yeah, it was was it a Broadway show first and then a movie, or
I don't know which. It was like Dolly Parton. I just googled
From
Yeah.
it.
the
Dolly Parton.
70s?
No, it was from actually it was from the 80s.
early '80s?
Yeah,
yeah.
but
I remember.
I don't think-
I never saw the movie, but the best little whorehouse in Texas. Yeah,
I saw that movie when I was a kid. I'm like, so you're telling the story. I'm like, why would I be watching a movie about a brothel when I was a child? But it was kind of a comedy. But I don't think you could make that movie today.
Hey, if I go ba-da-da-da-da, what does that mean?
I'm
let's
loving it.
See.
Yes, McDonald's.
Oh,
What were you going to guess, Froggy?
I thought it was like a B-52 song.
No, I went da-da-da-da-da.
Rock Lobster.
No.
Isn't that how it goes?
No, it's the I'm loving it McDonald's
Oh, okay.
jingle.
I thought I recognized
We
it.
have a follow-up. Do you remember the woman up in the Villages that went nuts and attacked another person at the drive-thru? It was like a customer behind another car, and then there was this nasty engagement. Remember the story?
Yeah.
Well, we have an update. A Lady Lake, Florida woman has been ordered to attend anger management. That was a movie as well, I think, with Jack Nicholson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anger management.
And
So-
Adam Sandler.
This lady was ordered into anger management after an attack on a fellow customer in a drive-through lane. Sheila Diane Ferguson of the Ferguson Plumbing Fortune, 53 years old, was sentenced this past week in Lake County. I remember we did this last summer. She was arrested back in July because, and this was in Leesburg, she attacked another woman at the drive-thru because I guess they weren't moving too fast. She also has to undergo anger management, also additional counseling. She'll be on probation for a year. She pled no contest to a lesser charge of trespass to a conveyance. She originally faced a felony battery charge. What happened? This Ferguson lady became upset, walked to the window of the driver's car in front of her, began screaming and yelling. During the course of the argument, according to the Village's News, the defendant reached through the victim's window and started smashing her in the face. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Well, I'm doing it with the punching sound. I'm trying to do da-da-da-da-da with the da-da-da-da-da. I'm loving it. I don't think the lady was loving it that got smashed in the face repeatedly at the McDonald's drive-thru. How about that? So, according to the arrest report, that's what happened. Multiple employees inside the restaurant witnessed what was going on, but we never really found out what was the cause. Why did this Ferguson lady in the McDonald's drive-thru lane, why did she freak out, and why'd she start smashing the lady in the car in front of her? And that's drive-thru rage, man. Why? What caused this?
She was hungry,
I
I would imagine.
She wanted her McNuggets. The line wasn't moving fast enough, and she blamed this other lady. Man, that's some crazy stuff. I mean, have you ever witnessed drive-thru rage?
I have not, but I always worry about it because you can't do it. You're pinned. You're stuck.
Well, you know what? If you're in the middle of a drive-thru, I always, and I think this is important, if I'm in a line somewhere or in traffic, I try not to get too close to the car in front of me, and I try to visualize an escape route if I need to escape.
Well, that's strategic.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I do that because you never know when you might be trapped somewhere and something happens and you need to get the hell out of there. All right, when we get back, I've got too many morons. We'll do a second chunk of the morons in the news. Hey, you know the accelerometer that's built into Apple iPhones that they say can detect whether you're in a car crash and call 911? That was even part of the Apple iPhone commercial that I saw in the last year. And if you're in an accident, it'll even call 911. Have you seen the commercial?
Oh, yeah. I know.
We got a malfunction.
Uh-oh.
We have a malfunction. Also, you're not going to believe what the hell was seized from a passenger's luggage at an airport in Texas. And we got a dump truck issue. We've got, a follow-up. Do you remember the football coach we talked about last week?
The push-ups one?
Made the students do 400 push-ups, and some of the kids ended up in the hospital?
Wasn't it like 8 of them or something?
Oh, yeah, we got an update on that. All right, hold on. We got a lot of stuff next. Don't move. MJ Morning Show here on Q105. A new sponsor on... Here on, what is this, Wednesday morning? All right, update on Fester coming up in a bit. We will try to get Fester on the program this hour. It is 7 o'clock hour now, 7:03. Fester is hospitalized. If you were following yesterday, we spoke to Fester as he was entering the emergency room. He's had a pretty significant flare-up of his myasthenia gravis, an autoimmune disease. It kind of attacks the muscles. He's drooping. He's in pain. It's tough to walk. So he took an Uber to the ER yesterday because his wife had to take the kids to school. Makes sense. And he is hospitalized. They admitted him, and he'll probably be in the hospital for up to 5 days. So Fester update in a bit here on the MJ Morning Show. Hold on a sec. I didn't turn your mic on. What the hell's the matter with me?
Sorry, that I didn't either.
Yeah.
I feel like when you just said Fester is hospitalized, I feel like it was too peppy, and I know you didn't mean it that way. The first time you said it, you're like, Fester is hospitalized.
What? Like I'm happy he's in the hospital?
I know that you're not, so
What,
I just wanted to.
You're going to criticize my cadence
Your
now?
inflection, your cadence,
My inflection and my cadence?
Rested
What
Roxanne.
What are you, the inflection police over here?
I actually am. I'm the inflection police in my home, for sure.
Rested Roxanne is shot out of a cannon today. She's jumping all over everything.
What are you I'm telling you, mate? It's like you're on speed or something. What?
I know, just deep REM sleep.
All right.
Did it.
Now drop and give me 400.
Oh,
You've heard, now drop and give me 20, right? Yeah. Drop and give me 400. We have an update. The football coach, if you were listening to the MJ Morning Show last week, I forgot what day it was, but we did an idiot moron story last week about this football coach that made the football team do 400 push-ups. And some of the kids, they collapsed. They had to be hospitalized.
I would have quit. Like, who would do that?
Now, guess what? The update is, and this is a Texas high school.
Oh, great, right? In the heat of Texas.
Well, I don't think it's very hot in Texas in the middle of January, but that's a different
When
story.
I go to Texas, we have a factory there. The football teams, the high schools, they look like NFL stadiums.
Guess what? Guess who's investigating?
Who?
Child Protective Services. I mean,
Ooh.
when you think of
Good.
Child Protective Services, you think of like a 2 or 5-year-old. You don't really think of like 16, 17, 18-year-old high school kids, being forced to do 400 push-ups. But still, they're children. They're under 18.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then
they're
they're-
probably like 15, 16.
Yeah. Child Protective Services now investigating the Texas high school football coach who allegedly made the players, as punishment, do 400 push-ups. Two parents of 2 players confirmed that the agency in charge of minor welfare in Texas is investigating the Rockwall Heath High School head coach John Harrell, who forced them to do 400 push-ups in less than an hour. By the way, the coach is on administrative leave while the school district's investigating. It happened on January 6th. Now, hold on a minute.
What's the name of the team?
Hang on. I know that they take football really, really seriously in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
The whole Friday Night Lights
Yeah, they made a
thing.
movie about it and a TV show.
Also, didn't I see that there was a high school that had like a college university quality stadium built?
I just said that.
You
What?
did.
I literally just said that. When you drive around Texas, all of them are like that.
No, I'm talking about there was a specific.
Oh, I don't know.
No.
They all look like college or
I'm-
NFL stadiums.
I'm talking about there was a specific school. There's a specific stadium that was built.
Oh, I don't know. They all look
Yeah,
pretty massive to me.
I'm not saying generalized. I'm saying there was a specific news story about a high school stadium, and it was like they spent like $20 million. I mean, it was crazy.
I would like to know this team's record. Like, are they a championship team and this is how they win, or are
I
they
don't know.
terrible?
But I don't know. I know they take football seriously in Texas in high school, but at least 8 of the football players were hospitalized, which is
Okay,
Push-ups
there's.
till your
terrible.
sternum pops, boy.
so now there's an investigation. Yeah, Rox.
I just pulled up a list of the best stadiums in Texas. The
Yep.
10 biggest high school football
Yeah, I don't
stadiums in
think,
Texas.
I don't think we need that.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
Well,
but thank you for your diligence.
For
All
real.
right, where's the biggest?
20. It seats 20,500.
God, that's
High
ridiculous.
school football stadium.
That's ridiculous.
That is. Thanks for your diligence, though. I do appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. So don't bring this to the airport. We heard that last year, and we have some new revised numbers, but we had a story, I think, even before we went on Christmas break, that last year, 2022, set the record for the most weapons, guns being seized at like the TSA airport checkpoints.
Really? How many?
Well, the number I have is over 6,500 guns nationwide. Folks, listen, what the hell is that?
I got a text. Sorry.
Can you put your phone on silent?
Just did, sir.
Thank you. If you go to the airport, leave your gun at home.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're taking a flight, I mean, how difficult is it to say, okay, I'm getting on an airplane. Let me make sure that my gun is not in my carry-on luggage. How difficult is that?
Is it a pain to travel with a gun? I don't know the rules. Like, can you travel with one?
You can, but the gun has to be locked up in an approved lockbox, and the ammunition's got to be separate from the gun. And it can't be. Yeah, so you can travel. I once traveled with a 45 caliber Glock out to Colorado. I checked it.
Okay, so you can do it.
Oh yeah. If you check it at the counter, you can do it.
I told you guys a story about in my previous life when I had a bunch of people staying at my house, and some of our belongings were stolen.
Yeah.
And a gun was recovered. Our gun was recovered at the airport.
Are you real? And you never told us this?
Yeah, I did not tell you this.
Never told us this story. So this was with your first husband,
Yes.
the minor league baseball player?
Yes.
When you were like a Bull Durham groupie?
I was never a Bull Durham groupie, but and he did not play in North Carolina. He did not make it to AAA even.
Ooh,
Okay.
harsh.
That's the AAA club.
He played T-ball at the Y on Himes. All right, so
No, great person.
wait, hold on.
Anyway,
When did your home get busted into when a gun was stolen?
It wasn't busted into, so it was like a big party. So we had a bunch of people staying at the house.
Oh, great friends you have. So
I know.
So where was this? Was this like in Sacramento where you
No.
lived?
This was in Clearwater.
Because didn't you live in Sacramento or
No, Bakersfield.
Bakersfield?
Yes. So in Clearwater,
Both armpits, by the way. All right, go ahead.
Well,
no, not Clearwater.
No. No,
not Clearwater.
Sacramento.
Yeah, Sacramento and Bakersfield.
And Bakersfield.
Agreed.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And Stockton. Add that to the list
that
as well.
was the tour. That was the high A ball tour.
Those are armpits. Those are California. Those smelly armpits.
They really are.
All right. So this was what year?
This was 2000. The year 2000.
And you have a party at your house with your first husband?
Like weekends, like everybody, a bunch of guys. I think, you know what?
And
That's
one
right.
of his,
it was his bachelor party.
One of his friends, bachelor party? And
Yes.
someone stole his handgun from your house?
Yes. And it was, so he has like friends from his hometown come into town. He's got baseball player friends. It's just like a huge group of guys.
Well, if the gun was recovered at the airport, then they know who took it.
Well, that's what happened. So my ex-husband starts calling the different people who were the suspects.
What kind of gun was it?
I think it was a Glock. Does that sound make
Yeah.
sense?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Glock's a 9mm, 40 caliber,
I don't
45.
know. I'm not a gun person,
All right.
but he's
Okay.
a big gun person. But
All right.
in any case, he called the different friends and was like, yeah, they found the gun. They found my gun at the airport and they got fingerprints. And then his friend just confessed. And they hadn't gotten fingerprints.
Wow.
And
his
friend's
friend
like, man,
took it?
Well,
Yeah.
hold on, but where'd they find the gun at the airport?
in a trash bin.
Oh, so he threw it in a
Yeah.
trash bin at the airport.
In a trash
so
bin.
he never made it to the security checkpoint.
Right.
What the hell?
Wow. I
Yeah.
mean,
What's the matter with this guy?
well, did the police arrest the friend for stealing the gun and then dumping it in the trash bin?
No, he was going through some bad stuff. He had some problems.
Well,
Yeah, I'd say.
Too bad.
Yeah, I know.
You're
I
ripping
know.
a gun off out of my house. I'd call the police. I want your ass in jail.
Right.
All right,
I know.
So speaking, I didn't even get to the morons in the news related story here. And then I'll get to where Tampa falls on the list for seized guns from 2022. Now, another Texas story here. An anti-tank weapon was seized from a passenger's baggage.
What?
A bazooka-like weapon powerful enough to take down a military tank was seized from a passenger's checked baggage. He didn't try to carry it on. He tried to put it in the... they screen and scan the checked baggage. TSA can see what's in your checked luggage. And this was determined to be a bazooka-like anti-tank weapon. And the traveler failed to declare the weapon. An 84-millimeter anti-tank rifle was discovered on Monday by TSA screeners checking bags at the San Antonio International Airport. The firearm is similar to an M3 Carl Gustav and can be legally owned in Texas.
Wait, a bazooka?
Could be legally owned in Listen,
You can go to a gun shop and say, we're the bazookas?
I'm all for Second Amendment rights, but I don't know if you need a bazooka. Jeez. All right, and then just a segue here into 6,500 guns were seized by the TSA. The new stats are out. 6,500 guns were seized. Actually, more than that. More than 6,500 guns were seized by the TSA in 2022 at airports around the country. And number 10 on the list. Hi, I'm Casey Kasem, and we're counting down the airports with the most gun seizures in the USA. Coming in at number 10, it's Tampa International Airport. Number 9 was Fort Lauderdale. Number 8 was Austin, Texas. Denver was number 7. Orlando, number 6. Phoenix, Sky Harbor, 5. Nashville, number 4. Number 3 was Houston. Number 2, Dallas, Fort Worth. And number 1 for seized guns at TSA at the airport, Atlanta, Hartsfield, Jackson. So
there you go.
Janitors must find a lot of cool stuff in the trash at airports.
Oh, yeah.
Go through the trash at the
Guns,
airport.
weed,
see what you can
crack.
find. Do people do that?
I just thought of that.
Do people go to the airport just to go through the trash
dumpster
cans
guy
to
there.
see what people are dumping that they don't want TSA to find? Man, that's a business right there.
Mm-hmm.
Airport
That's a
trash.
TV show.
It is. It is.
I got a gun!
Airport trash bin finds tonight on A&E.
Yes.
Oh, man. All right,
show.
quick break. Next, we start the long chunk of the MJ Morning Show. Man, I got a lot, including somebody calling you out, Roxanne.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. We got.
I can't wait.
I mean, we have a lot. Oh, and pasta. You know, everyone says stay away from pasta, too many carbs, or don't eat it too often. Hey, I got some good news about pasta, I think, and a whole lot more. I can't even remotely tell you what's coming up. And I also have a couple of additional morons that we didn't get to. It's a loaded moron day. Hold on. Back in a minute on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. First, though, And right now, this begins the extremely long, uninterrupted chunk of the MJ Morning Show. We go an hour and 20 minutes right now. A lot to cover. Let's just dive in. First thing, Fester not here. If you were following the program over the last couple of days, especially yesterday, Fester was admitted into the hospital. Fester is at Tampa General. He will be admitted for up to 5 days. And this is because he had a flare-up of his myasthenia gravis, which is an autoimmune issue, which first hit him back in 2011. And he was in pretty bad shape. Took an Uber to the, let me try him quickly. Just check in. Of course, I'm calling his cell number.
Feel free to leave a message.
Ooh.
The fastest response will always be through text. Thanks.
7:30. He's probably asleep.
Yeah, right to voicemail. Hold on. Rule of twos. If you go right to voicemail or someone doesn't answer, call right back on a cell phone. Rule of twos. Look at it. Now it's ringing. First it went to voicemail. Now it's ringing.
Even when they're hospitalized.
Rule of twos.
Hello.
Up, look at that. Rule of freaking twos. Hey.
It didn't ring the first time.
Yeah, it went right to voicemail.
Yeah. Okay.
How you doing, buddy?
I actually slept pretty well. I was up pretty late.
Oh, hold on. You're sounding all slurry. Are you having a tough time?
No, I feel okay. I might sound slow.
No, it sounds like your lips are all drooping and you're, which is one of the symptoms that you have.
Well, then I'll let you diagnose me over the phone. Okay.
All right.
Finally, I feel better, but I still. What happened was they took me off of my maintenance medication because they said I was taking too much of it. Remember, I was taking. I had stomach cramps.
Yeah.
They said that was because I was taking too much of the medication that I had at home.
Oof.
They took me
Oh,
off.
so wait a minute. It wasn't acid reflux?
Well, acid reflux might have been the chest pain that I had.
Oh, geez, that's right. I mean, Fester has had a rough week or so.
Yeah, so I had a couple different things going on. So I told you I had tightness in my chest. That might have been acid reflux. But the stomach cramps, which persisted, even Roxanne saw me on Monday for a minute, just going through an episode of it during our talk during early morons in the news. And
I mean, we noticed it because your eyes started to droop and then your mouth was drooping. And again, with myasthenia gravis, there are some similarities like to Bell's palsy, but I guess the myasthenia gravis attacks more muscles in the body. Is that, I don't know the real difference between Bell's palsy and what you have, but I remember when you first got hit in 2011, it knocked you for a loop, and then it went into remission until like 2019. You were out, and people, if you were listening back in 2011 to the MJ Morning Show, Fester was off the show for a month, and you were in TGH for what, almost 3 weeks?
yeah, 2.5 weeks I was here at TGH. A lot of that time was at the ICU.
Yeah.
You guys, but it looks like they're going to keep me here for about 5 days.
Yeah, that's what I was telling the audience earlier today, and I did not violate any HIPPO violations. Oh, with Fester, it's not HIPAA. It is HIPPO. Sorry, that joke never gets old. All right, so I did text my TGH Public Relations Department contacts last night, and I sent them a note saying that, hey, Fester is staying at your hotel. and they responded back, we know, we'll take good care of him. So,
Yeah.
are you feeling okay?
You know what? On the whole, no. I feel like crap.
Oh, jeez.
But, like with rest, you feel better. So
Did they move you to your own room last night?
No, I'm still okay. So this place is packed. This place is.
Yeah, because, I mean, yesterday, weren't you like in the hallway next to some guy in an orange prison jumpsuit handcuffed to the gurney?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Did you find, was he with TPD or Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office?
I thought it was. He must have come from the jail.
Okay.
So it was the sheriff's office, I guess.
Did you ask the guy what he did?
No, I didn't say anything to him.
What?
I mean, the officer's not looking at me.
Oh, man.
But we had an officer stationed right in front of this guy, and this guy's in this gurney next to me.
Fester sent me a video, and a guy in an orange jumpsuit is handcuffed to the gurney in the hallway.
Poor bastard.
All right, Fester, we'll check in with you. I'm sorry, go ahead.
He must have had a tough morning at the jail.
Yeah, I'm telling you. All right, we'll check in with you later on.
How's the food there?
You know what? I haven't eaten anything since I've been here.
Yeah.
They've offered me food, but with this myasthenia gravis, that they backed me off of medication.
And the reason why you're in for 5 days, they're doing some kind of a special IV treatment that takes 5 days, right?
Yeah, a hemoglobin replacement therapy. That's 4 treatments, 1 treatment a day, and then a last day to see how it reacts.
Wow.
So I had the first one yesterday, and I'll tell you more about it later.
All right, we'll check in with you later on during the show, so maybe in an hour or two we'll call you back, okay?
Great.
And folks, if you want to wish Fester well, you can text his personal cell phone, Froggy.
Oh, yeah. 813-310-8444. Feel free to give it out yourself once in a while.
So, listen, I got like 300 texts yesterday.
All right, folks,
People care.
Text Fester well wishes, 813-310-8444. That is his personal private cell phone number. He's holding it. He's on it right now. 813-310-8444. If you want to send well wishes to Fester in the hospital, you can do it right now.
Listen, those can help.
Yeah, they can help, but do it without any expectation of getting a text back because he obviously can't respond to all of those.
Yeah, I mean, if you have 300 from yesterday and now we're promoting it more, you're going to get thousands.
What else do you have to do?
Great. Yeah, I have nothing else to do.
Now, when are they going to move you to a room? Do you know?
The people that I talk to now don't know. I mean, the nurse doesn't know.
But you're in a room. Are you with anyone else, or are you in a private little room?
I mean, in the ER triage area, they have private rooms for evaluations.
Gotcha.
I'm in one of those rooms.
I got you. All right, so you're by yourself. That's good.
It's fine. Nobody's in here, but
okay.
But
all right, we'll call you later on, buddy.
All right, see you, bud.
All right, man. Oh, I feel so bad. Oh, Fester, come on, come on.
So, do you think he could have prevented this if he kept up on, like, with physicals every year and stuff like that, or is it just I
think it's just something that just comes and goes.
Yeah. All right, let me lightning round a couple of things here. I got a lot to cover today. Too much stuff, not enough runway. Yeah, we're going into the weeds today. We're going off the runway. Speaking of going off the runway, I mentioned the Apple iPhone crash detector. Now, I'm not an iPhone person. My kids are. Chloe and Julian both have iPhones. Michelle and I, we have Androids. I'm not into the whole Apple cult stuff. But
not a cult.
It just pissed off 50% of the audience. All right. Now, the iPhone 14 and 14 Pro, and I think I remember seeing the TV commercials. If you're in a car crash, there was like an Apple spot where there was a rollover crash and the iPhone alerted 911. Well, guess what? There's a little flaw in the system. I guess skiers are running into each other on ski slopes, and their phones are calling 911 that there's a car crash. The latest is up in New York State at some Greene County. Windham and Hunter Mountains. I know where Hunter Mountain. I think it's right off 17 or something. Just have a big giant ski lift with a big, like 10,000-pound weight that they had dangling. People are running into each other on the ski slopes, and the iPhones are calling 911 because it comes up as a crash detection. So,
that could be helpful, actually. I mean, what if they're really hurt?
Yeah, I'm telling you. Hey, I had an issue.
Can I interrupt you for just a minute?
Oh, of course, by all means.
Please.
Yeah.
I just got the nicest text from someone. It says, I love this morning show so much. I am up. This actually came in at 7:00. I'm up this early on my day off and my 21st birthday just to listen to you guys. Can you say happy birthday to Nate? I know we're not a big birthday show, but absolutely, Nate. Yes, happy birthday.
Let's sing it like Joe Biden did.
Oh, no.
Happy birthday, dear.
Do we still have that audio up here, or did you take it down? Andrew, did you take the Biden audio down? Is that still there? He took it down. Yeah. And we had some. Can you get that? Can you play it from in there, please? Get the Biden audio ready. So we actually had a couple of complaints on that.
We did. We did.
Oh,
yes, I had a long conversation. I sent back
you had a text with a listener saying that they're not listening to us anymore.
It was one mad text after we played the Joe Biden happy birthday stuff. And the woman said, you just lost a listener. And I didn't even know what she was talking about because I thought that was the last thing I thought we lost a listener over.
First of all, we don't do a lot of politics on this show.
Right.
We try to keep politics off the show. And she was angry because Joe Biden, the president of the United States, was singing happy birthday to the wife of Martin Luther King III at the, I guess, special breakfast that they do every year in D.C., and Biden was singing happy birthday to MLK III's wife, who was having a birthday on Monday, and Biden forgot her name, and he's going, happy birthday, dear. All right, Andrew, do you have all the bites? Do you have everything? All right, which ones do you have first?
I have all of them.
Okay.
Whatever you want.
All right, roll the long one first. Run that one first. Go ahead, hit it.
Make sure this is on.
No, that's the no-ho.
Congratulations today,
There we go.
honorees, including your wife, who I understand is a birthday today. Well, look, my wife has a rule in her family. When somebody's birthday, you sing happy birthday. You ready? Happy birthday to you.
Off key.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Valen. Happy birthday to you.
All right, stop it. That's just funny. That has nothing to do with politics.
It is,
nothing.
right?
The president of the United States is singing happy birthday and doesn't know the name of the person that he's singing happy birthday to and goes, happy birthday, dear.
It's quite relatable because who hasn't forgotten someone's name and hope that, hey, great to see you.
Don't you sing? There's something you say like when if you don't know the name, you say "Happy Birthday, we love you" or something like that.
Really? I never heard
That's
that.
what Kim told me.
All right, so Andrew, do you have the ISO? Play the ISO here quickly. Go ahead.
Happy birthday, dear Valen.
The lady's name is Andrea.
He's not even close.
It's not even close.
Opposite ends of the alphabet.
It's happy birthday, dear Andrea, and that turns into.
So it's almost a Valerie spit now.
Do you have the quick one? Do you have the fast one? All right, hit that.
Valen.
Valley or
Valen. Valen.
Happy birthday, dear.
Valen.
So we talked about this yesterday because it's funny. It has nothing to do with politics. And the listener gets angry and texts Roxanne on our text line at 800-990-1047 that they're never listening to the show again.
You just lost a listener.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
what? How did you not find that funny?
Yeah, funny, relatable.
Meanwhile,
it happens.
I had other people email me and send me messages on social that they were cracking up and it was the funniest thing they heard in a long time.
That was the majority of the feedback.
Of course it was. I have another listener complaint that this is a perfect segue. So thanks for, what did you interrupt about?
Birthdays. Nate.
Oh, that's right.
Nate's
that's right.
the 21-year-old birthday boy.
Hey, thanks for interrupting because that reminded us of the Joe Biden thing and the complaint from yesterday as well. But Nate, happy 21st birthday. You know, our demographics are amazing. From teenage, 21, 31, 41, 51, 61. I just wish we could get proper. All right.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. All right. So I have another complaint here. Jessica. Now, I think, taken care of the issue here. I got a tweet from Jessica, and Jessica wrote, "Stop listening to the MJ Morning Show. All MJ does is take care of personal business on the air, traffic lights, insurance issues, and Eagles tickets. Not entertaining to me."
Well, you only mentioned the Eagles tickets once.
Now, hold on a minute. So I'm like, what is she talking about? All right, all these things are items and some content on the show. So I send a message back to Jessica. And my message was, Jessica, you stopped listening, but you're able to list all of these things that we just did on the show.
Know how Herman loved?
But then I started listing things, and I said, let's see, the first complaint was traffic lights. I'm like, the whole crew gets stuck at the traffic light at MLK, and Roosevelt in St. Pete on the way to work every morning in the 5 o'clock hour. And the light cycle stays on the Roosevelt side for like 5 minutes. And something happened. That changed just before Christmas, like a month before Christmas. Something happened to the timing of the light. It used to be great. And if there were no cars on Roosevelt, then the MLK side, it changed. But something got screwed up in the computer, so we started talking about it. Then we called the city. Fester tracked down the traffic light programming engineer dude at the city of St. Petersburg. We had him on the air. Fester even was talking to the mayor's office about this. So we talked to this guy, Kevin. Was it Kevin Johnson or Kevin Jackson with the city of St. Pete? And he said, yeah, we'll take a look at it. Guess what? It's fixed.
Done.
And then we also found out that other people had complained also to the city of St. Pete. But clearly it was our grease that got it fixed. And this week it's been fixed. The light cycle is perfect now. It's normal. We don't have to wait for 5 minutes. So that's a real deal. What's some other complaint? Insurance. I talked about my homeowner's insurance was canceled because of the hurricane situation. So I came back from Christmas vacation to a mailbox full of letters from my insurance carrier. My hurricane coverage is canceled. My excess flood is canceled. My homeowners is canceled. They've canceled stuff I didn't even know I had. So, and again, I'm one of millions of Floridians that are having home insurance problems because of the hurricane situation and these insurance companies that are bailing out of Florida because they're cutting their exposure risk. So I talked about something on the show that happened to me personally, but is affecting millions of Floridians with their homeowners policies either going through the roof or getting canceled or having to go to that crap basket dumpster fire Citizens insurance where good luck getting paid, apparently.
Yeah, I canceled them.
And then Eagles tickets. I mentioned I need to get Eagles tickets for Michelle and Julian. Julian will be home from school on a spring break. And it's a Tuesday night, so it's not really a good night for me to go to a concert. But Julian and Michelle want to go to the Eagles, and they just went on sale last Friday, and I'm talking about Eagles tickets. I mean, all three of these things are topical things. So Jessica's angry, and she stopped listening to the program. So I sent Jessica a direct message on Twitter.
Uh-oh.
And I'd like to share this.
You're hitting her in the DMs.
I sent her a message, and I said, Jessica, could we talk about this?
Oh, my God.
I don't want to lose you as a listener. And she sends me her number. I said, what's your number? We can talk privately. Before she sent me her number, Jessica sent a direct message back. I want to apologize for that tweet. I was having a bad day and was very aggravated at other things.
So she had a bad day.
I will never stop listening.
What?
Like 100% of the other people that say they'll stop listening and don't. I love you guys and get a lot out of your show. Y'all have me in stitches in the mornings. Once again, I apologize for being an a-hole.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
Sybil. I mean, Jessica.
So now leave Jessica. So Jessica sends me her phone number. I called Jessica on the way home while I was on the Howard Franklin Bridge on the way home yesterday. I called Jessica.
What are you doing?
On her. What do you mean, what am I doing?
You're just calling listeners? This is
Yes,
insane.
they're customers. They're friends of ours.
I get it,
yes,
I
I'm
guess.
calling the listener to make sure everything's okay because, guess what? When I sent the direct message, previous direct messages came up. I had conversations with her via direct message back in 2020. She was an avid podcast fan. Before we brought the MJ Morning Show back on October 5th, 2020 on Q105, after our hiatus, after 18 years on FLZ, she had direct messaged me 2.5 years ago about how much she loves the show, never misses a podcast episode. She's at work with her ear pods in, and she's giggling her head off
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, so I had previous interaction with her. Anyway, it turns out, and listen, she was angry, she complained, and it was because she was having a bad day with other things and never intended to stop listening to the show.
And that happens. You just take your anger out on the wrong person.
So the question is, the lady with the Joe Biden happy birthday, dear. I mean, is that the same deal, or is that person really pissed and never going to listen to us again?
You know, I wrote her back like a 3-paragraph text message.
Did she
about
respond?
how we don't like to do politics, and we just found this to be relatable and humorous. And no, I don't think she responded.
She needs to chill.
Anyway, so Jessica, I'm glad we talked yesterday on my ride home, and I'm glad you're still a big MJ Morning Show fan. So problem solved.
Good job.
Yeah, here on the MJ Morning Show. You know, I just mentioned earbuds. Did you see the post that I put on Instagram yesterday about earbuds?
Missed it.
No.
You didn't see? All right, go to my, folks, if you haven't seen this yet, it's on my Instagram, and I encourage everyone to follow, because I also did a breaking news update while I was walking the dogs last night on Fester being hospitalized. So on my personal Instagram, Certified MJ Radio, there's all kinds of stuff on there. You never know what's going to pop up. I'll do Instagram Lives occasionally, but great content. I shoot videos, post reels. So give me a follow. My personal account is Certified MJ Radio. The morning show Instagram is MJ Morning Show. Give us a follow in both places. Certified MJ Radio and MJ Morning Show on Instagram. Yesterday, I posted an image of Apple earbuds or earpods. Now, the earpods are not the same as the AirPods. The AirPods are the Bluetooth wireless ones. The ear pods, right? Ear pods.
Yes.
Those are the ones with the wire. Those are the earbuds that go into your ear.
Yeah. AirPods, you don't need a wire.
All right, listen to this. A friend of ours comes over to drop something off for Michelle yesterday, and it's Christine, good friend of ours. Christine comes by the house about, 12 noon, 1 o'clock yesterday, and she drops something off, but then says, "You're not going to believe what just happened." And she pulls out this little square box, this Apple white box of Apple earpods, the wired ones. And she had just purchased them at Target, in the electronics department at Target. When they opened up the earpods from Apple, they were used, meaning, really,
Ew.
yes.
Like they're all waxed up?
All right, there's wax caked in the earbuds.
It's just
But wait a minute.
Is this a joke?
No, it's not.
Somebody traded them out.
Exactly. The wires are all like frayed and bent and broken, scotch taped together. There's even, if you zoom in, there's pocket lint and hair in the tape that was used to tape the connector and the wires back together. These things were not used. They were like run over by a car. Somebody went to Target, bought a new pair of Apple earpods, took their old busted, nastied up, hair-caked AirPods with earwax all jammed in them, put the old ones back in the box, took the new ones out, and then returned the box to Target while stealing the new pair. And then our friend, Christine Weinstein, they get this old, used, munged up pair of Apple earpods.
That's nasty.
So I like I said, you never know what the hell's going to pop up on my Instagram feed. So if you want to see it, it's at Certified MJ Radio. I took a picture on our kitchen counter. This thing is disgusting. You went, ew.
Dude, it's like a couple candles.
Is this nasty? All right, so I didn't take a picture of the caked on wax, but it looks like there's like earwax on the scotch tape.
Oh.
Yeah. So you got to see the picture of the bent and busted and frayed. I mean, twisted wires. I mean, this is a heavily used pair that someone jammed back in the box and returned to Target after taking the new set out and keeping those. Who are you? Are you listening to the show on your new earpods by any chance?
New clean. It's pretty smart, actually.
People do really nasty things.
Yeah.
You know what?
That's thinking outside the box.
I tell you, I said that in the promo that at 7:45 I was going to talk about rude people.
You did. I was going to remind you of that.
So, we're going to talk about rude people, but this kind of comports here. What do you do about rude people? And Roxanne, you've got some new, pointers on how to deal with rude people. But hold on. Let's deal with this first. And I want to go to phones. And I want to ask people in retail, any retail workers, any managers, any business owners, do you have any really egregious stories of people returning stuff? Busted, people trying to defraud your business. Listen, I know there have been stories where people will return an item and they'll seal the box up and put like just heavy rocks or bricks inside to make it feel like the product's in there. And a lot of times the returns department at the store, at customer service, they don't check what's inside the box. Clearly that didn't happen at Target. When they took back these Apple ear pods, they didn't check inside that there was a nastied up, munged up used pair. But when I posted this on my Instagram yesterday, you ought to look at the comments. I have all kinds of comments from people saying, oh, man, I work in retail, worked at a store. People do this all the time. I want to go to phones. And I'm going to ask for two different things. If you've worked in retail, I want to hear stories about the stuff that people try to return. Or are you being scammed or defrauded on returns? Or, hey, if you want to cop to it and if you want to admit to something you did by ripping off or scamming a store, love to hear from you. All right, 800-990-1047. That's how you get in. Would love to talk to you right now. 800-990-1047. That is how you get in. Yeah, Rox.
I'm quite certain I've shared this insane story, but someone who is close to me, their ex did something very odd. He was a nut job, but he ordered fake tan from a company online. He poured coffee grinds into the fake tan and sent the bottles back and asked for his money back. He did it so many times that they sent him a letter and said that they didn't want to do business with him anymore.
Wait, so he was taking the fake tan and putting it in another container to use?
Presumably.
While returning to get a refund while stealing the product and filling it with something else.
Coffee grinds.
God.
And then he said, then his girlfriend found this letter from them not wanting to do business with him.
Well, duh.
And then he wrote back to them and said, how dare you? My whole family has skin cancer and I'm really trying to find a product that works and clearly yours doesn't.
This guy's a sociopath.
Exactly.
Oh, my God. All right, let's go to phones. Phones are all lit up. All right, we want to know, and I'm asking for a couple of things. Have you worked in retail, worked at a store? Give me some item return horror stories of customers returning stuff. Or if you've been a scamster, what have you scammed the store on with a return? 800-990-1047. Look at the phones. Catherine's in Tampa. Hey, Catherine, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning.
Hey.
So I work at Dillard's International in the dress department.
Yep.
And we get people all the time that try to return dresses, and you can tell that they've been worn.
Oh, they wore it to an event. They wore it to a wedding. They wore it to some kind of an event, and then they try to return it after they bought it.
Right, and we have like an extensive check that we do with every return. They'll take the tags off, and there's a tag that is put on there in a special way, so we can always tell when it's been taken off and then put back on. We check the bottom, and sometimes it'll have dirt everywhere, food stains on it.
Yeah, you got spaghetti sauce on the damn dress.
Yeah.
Wow. So how often does it happen at Dillard's? Like constantly?
No, every once, like maybe once a month, they'll try to slide one through.
And then what happens when you bust them? And then do they like say, oh, geez? Or do you get people that try to argue?
Every once in a while, they'll try to argue. So sometimes we have to call a manager and have them come down and tell them, because we have to be able to resell it.
Yeah, what if they jump over the counter? I mean, do you have a taser or pepper spray?
No, I did have one customer. She tried to tell me that her husband bought her the dress, and it didn't fit, and there were food stains on it. She had removed the tags, and it took everything I had to not say that I actually sold her the dress and put her in the fitting room.
Oh, my God. Anyway, hey, Catherine, thanks for the call. Thanks for listening. Mia is in Tampa. Hey, Mia, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, MJ. So I used to work at Costco, and we had a person that would constantly come and try to return plants after they've died.
Hold on. They would buy plants at Costco, and they'd return them after they were dead? Yeah, this plant's defective.
Just brown.
Dead. I'm like, well, we don't put dead plants on the floor, so I know you bought that when it was alive.
But doesn't Costco take back everything?
They do.
So did you take the dead plants back?
Yes, and after she did it a few times, I believe we took away the membership so she could no longer do it.
Yeah, because didn't Fester buy a TV for the house and his wife hated it? And then Fester threw away the box and everything. And then Fester just brought the TV back to Costco and got his money back with no a box, no packing materials, nothing.
Costco takes back almost everything, and if something goes on sale after you've bought it within 30 days, you come back with a receipt.
When did you last work at Costco?
It's been a couple of years.
All right. Hey, I don't know if they had it back then, but you know that amazingly delicious Korean pork jerky?
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm going to eat a whole bag and then bring it back and say, yeah, it wasn't good. Little crumbs and the little silicone pack in the bottom.
I didn't like it.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Sean is in, Buffalo. Hey, Sean, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, how you doing, MJ? Long-time listener since the Power Pig days.
Awesome. So you're actually calling from Buffalo, New York?
That's correct.
That's awesome. So you got to be pretty excited about the Bills.
Oh, you know it. You bet.
And what about DeMar? I mean, that town just such support for DeMar Hamlin.
Absolutely. I mean, if anything, it brought not only this city, but it seemed like the whole country
it did
together for this.
Absolutely. All right. So, Sean, do you have a story on returns?
Yep. Well, I used to work at a Radio Shack down in Middletown, New York, in Orange County.
Yeah, I know exactly where that is. Used to pass through there on the way to my summer camp near Monticello.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Used to stop at that McDonald's right off of 17 or whatever that road was.
Yep. 86 it turns into eventually.
Yep.
So anyways, I worked at Radio Shack. A guy tried to submit an older generation Apple iPod. You know, it's before the phones came out.
Yep.
And so he was just mad and said, we couldn't take it. We can't take it. I told him. The next morning, he soldered the keyhole to the store. So I couldn't get in.
He jammed up the keyhole to the store so you couldn't get inside?
That's correct.
Did you see him on, was he on surveillance video?
No. I mean, I can't prove it was him, but there was no other irate customer in weeks.
Wow.
So
great story. Thank you, Sean. Tony's in Trinity. Tony, MJ Morning Show, you're up. Hi.
Hi, good morning.
You got a story about a retail issue and a return?
Yes, worked for Sleep Number in Clearwater, and
the Sleep Number beds, right?
Yes, yep.
Yeah, formerly Select Comfort.
That's where I got my bed.
Yeah, Froggy's got one of those. All right, so what happened? Don't tell me someone pooped the bed and tried to return it.
Well, actually, pretty close.
Okay, go ahead.
This is a pillow story, and I have another one from a previous bed store that did poop their pants. But this is she bought a pillow. Her daughter came in with her, and she's in a wheelchair. About 90 years old, pretty overweight. Had some stink to her. She probably couldn't wash very good. Bought a pillow to go under her wheelchair as a seat. So she buys the pillow, gets it home. About a week and a half later, we get the pillow back in the store. So to say the least, this pillow stunk up the whole entire showroom. We had to stick it outside the back door, and we couldn't. We could. It was we actually couldn't get the smell out of the air. It was
My
pretty
God,
bad.
they had to burn the store down.
That is
It was pretty close. We had to fumigate. We had to shut it. No.
Oh my God!
It was a bad.
From this lady sitting on the pillow. Oh my God!
That's
And it was
disgusting.
a little cheap $50, $60 pillow. And she has the audacity to return it and stink up the store.
Oh my God, that is a horror story. Thank you, Tony. Hang on, I'll grab like 3 or 4 more calls here. First of all, I got to give the Q105 Trip a Day song out. Now, this is the Trip a Day song to win a Busch Gardens Tampa staycation, including a 2-night hotel stay. You're listening for When Doves Cry by Prince. It'll play in the 4 o'clock hour today. When you hear it, be the 7th caller to win on the Q105 Trip a Day, so good luck. All right, let me grab just a few more calls, then we got to move on because we got to deal with the rude people deal. And Roxanne, you got a whole dissertation here, right? All right. Paige is in Auburndale. Paige, MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hey.
Good morning.
Morning, go ahead.
All right. So I used to be a manager over at Petco, and we had a really stupid return policy. We would take just about anything back, even toys that dogs had already destroyed, and replace them, which was fantastic for the pet owners, not so fantastic for the company. One of the policies that we had was if you purchase dog food and your dog either doesn't like it or, they regrettably pass away, as long as the bag was 50% or more full still, we would take that bag back and give you store credit.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was not fun.
Wow. All right, go ahead.
It's not like we could donate open bags or anything like that. So they just kind of went in the garbage. We had this mother and adult son that would come in almost every day. They would purchase a bag of food, and they would come back later on that day with a suspiciously, half-empty bag saying that their dog didn't like it. And I caught on pretty quick because every single time they would have to call a manager up to take care of it. And I started to recognize the woman. Well, there was one day she came in and she bought one of the biggest bags we had. And I watched her go back out to her car, pour half of it into a tote, and then come right back in 10 minutes later to return the other half of the bag.
Oh, my God. That's theft. I mean, you call the police.
So I approached her and I explained that we would not be returning that bag, that I literally had it on footage for the parking lot.
Yeah, the jig is up. Did they keep doing the scam, or did they finally go away and find another Petco?
She verbally attacked me
about
it. And then when I still refused, because I had already called my district leader and let him know what was going on, and he said, no, don't let her return it. We'll report it to the police. She dropped her pants and defecated on the floor.
Oh, my God!
What?
Oh, my. In the store, she pooped on your floor at Petco?
Exactly.
Like a dog. Oh, did you use the little baggie? Because in the stores, the pet stores, they allow you to bring your dogs in, and they have the little cleanup stations. Did you have to use that to clean up her mess?
As a matter of fact, the district leader had already called the authorities and had them sent to our store. They got there while she was still throwing a fit. With her pants.
Did they arrest her? Was she taken away?
They made her clean it up and then took her away.
Oh my God!
They put her nose in it like a dog.
Oh my God!
I wish they did.
Bad customer. Bad
What'd
customer.
you do? What'd
you
do?
Go out. Bad customer. Bad customer. Sit. Well, what a Paige, what a story. I don't know how to top that.
Did you say sit? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did. I said sit.
Oh.
Hey, Paige, great story. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Carly is in Bradenton. Hey, Carly, MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, guys. So I grew up in Palm Springs, California, and I worked at the Tommy Bahama's retail store. And we had tons of people that would drink all night long in the restaurant and then come down, shop, and return things. But my favorite is this lady who would come in about every 3 months and return thousands of dollars worth of bottoms, like shorts and pants, because her dog ate the crotch out.
What is going on? Just the crotch?
That's disgusting.
And she would say, like, my dog would pull them out of the laundry hamper and eats the crotch out of all of my bottoms.
Yeah,
God, these people are gross.
I think she needed some crotch deodorant spray or something.
Something.
This is
It was, I mean, she would walk in and we'd all start giggling because we knew this pile of clothes with no crotch was coming in for the return.
It's the crotchety old lady.
Crotchless old lady.
And she was young. That's the worst part.
wow.
She's probably like 30.
Oh, Carly.
She poop on the floor.
That is unbelievable. Thank you, Carly.
You're welcome. Have a good day, guys.
That's
you too.
disgusting, dude.
Crazy. All right, two more, Andrew. No more. The phones are like off the hook here, but I got to move on. How about Kayla in Lithia? Kayla, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi.
Awesome. Hi, good morning, everybody.
Awesome. Hi.
Hi. So I worked at a mattress retail store out of Miami, and we had a customer who bought a bed. It was about a week old, and she called us and told us that her cat had just given birth on the bed, and she wanted to return the mattress.
Oh.
We told her she was absolutely not doing that. She was irate. She threatened me verbally. She told me she was going to come up to the mattress store and drop the mattress off. I think she got the hint that she realized, like, you know, you're not going to be able to do that. So she left us alone. But she, she had a pretty disgusting mattress that she wanted to return.
Wow.
Are you sure it was a cat litter?
Kayla, thanks for the call. I have one more, and then we got to move on. And if you're just tuning in, told a story a little while ago. A friend of ours bought a pair of Apple ear pods, the wired ones, at Target yesterday. They opened up the box, and it was totally used. Earwax. The wires were all broken and Scotch taped back together. And someone obviously took the new set out and jammed their old set in and then returned it to Target. And then our friends ended up with it yesterday. Last call on this, and the picture is on my Instagram. If you want to see it, go to Certified MJ Radio. And Andrew, if you could, go ahead and put the Instagram link on mjmorningshow.com as well in stories mentioned. Last call on this. Mike is in Lakeland. Hey, Mike, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hello. Uh-oh. Mike, are you there?
Mike?
Hey, you there?
Yeah, Mike, go ahead.
Hey, I wonder, was it actually even Apple iPods that were returned, or just some cheap brand that were returned?
No, they were actually. We did look at them, and they were the actual Apple ear pods that were put back in the box. Just old and just rank looking, just terrible.
Wow. I mean, I'd like to say that's horrible. It is horrible. But I've done stuff like that.
Oh, here we go.
Great.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Well, we're wrapping it up with an actual scamster. All right, Mike, what type of scam returns have you pulled at the store?
Man, I mean, I hate to say it. You name it. If my TV broke, I'll go find the same one at Target. I'll go find the same one at Walmart. I'll clean all the dust off mine. At least I'll try to clean all the weird earwax out. You know, I try to be a little bit more respectful, but, you know, unfortunately the broke one goes back in the box and I get mine fixed. You know, I mean, I don't like to do it to mom and pops, you know, but
you'll take Walmart and Target for a ride. That's what you're saying?
Right. I mean,
so wait a minute. What are you doing to your TV sets that they're breaking? That you're taking your old TV set and jamming it in a new box and keeping the new one and returning your old one? What are you doing to these TVs? How old are they?
Well, it was a couple years old, actually.
So you're not even returning the same model. You're going to Walmart. Wait a minute. Your TV breaks a couple of years after having it. You go to Walmart, buy a similar TV. You take the new TV out of the box. You put your old one back in and return it?
So you already know. It's close. Like, the model number will be really close. There might be a C added onto it. There's no difference. It's just a couple years old. And yeah, unfortunately, you know, you go to turn the TV on one day and it doesn't turn on.
All right, what's the last thing that you scammed the store with?
I got the sprayer. It was Lowe's. It was a backpack sprayer. My backpack sprayer stopped working, and you know, they still got the same one. Those model numbers don't go back.
How long did you have your backpack sprayer that finally broke? How long did you have it?
I guess I got to be honest. Be honest with your doctors and your lawyers and
How long did you have the sprayer that you returned?
About 5 years.
Oh my God! And they still have the same model. So you bought a new one and then returned the old one?
Yeah, it's just one of those backpack ones that say Roundup on it.
Yeah, I know.
Give you cancer.
They don't change. Those model numbers don't change. It fits in the box. I mean, it's better than a rock.
But Mike, it's wrong. It's just
Good for you, Mike.
No.
Hey, you know what?
Don't encourage him, Froggy.
Go to therapy. I'll go to therapy.
All right, Mike. Thanks for calling.
You needed something else.
Yeah, look at that. Turned into something, didn't it?
Wow, pooping on the floor.
That had it all.
Cats on the bed.
That segment had everything. Yep. Holy crap.
Oh, boy.
Man, I'm just running late on a couple items here. The rude people thing we'll talk about in a moment, but that was kind of fit the bill. That was kind of like a rude. But I need to address something regarding you, Roxanne, and something that happened close to this time yesterday.
Okay.
It was your Titanic story.
Yeah, you said someone called me out on it.
Yeah, I've got an email.
Okay.
I'm going to share it with you right now.
Oh, good.
Roxanne told a story yesterday how the continuation of her 5-year-old daughter being obsessed with Titanic or anything Titanic, the movie, the history, whatever. 5-year-old kid, Evelyn Jade, Roxanne's daughter, is obsessed with Titanic. And this precipitated a friend of Roxanne suggesting that maybe her daughter was a reincarnation of a victim from the 1912 Titanic sinking.
She didn't say victim. She just maybe she was on the Titanic. Right?
On the Titanic.
Yes.
Because your daughter's obsessed. And then you also talked about any videos that you take of your daughter, there are like these orbs that are floating around.
Not every single video, but a large majority of them. I showed you enough.
Dude, the one you showed me yesterday, there was like 50 orbs flying around.
You showed me.
I found one that had even more than that.
Over the years now, we've been back together here 2.5 years. You've showed me at least like 4 or 5 videos where there are like orbs floating through the video when you're taking pictures of your daughter or you're doing video with your daughter.
Either that or you have a really dusty house.
That's what people have said, but dust doesn't like flit around like that.
Listen to
dust
this.
moves at high speeds like that? No.
Yeah, well, thanks, Froggy. Thanks for thanks for just sucking the air out of the little. All right, so I get an email. I get an email from Melissa M. And the subject line, spirit orbs. Okay, I'm gonna read this. This came to MJ at MJMorningshow.com. You can email me anytime. This is my private email. I'm the only one that goes through it. Any content, any commentary, anything, any material, just email me, MJ at MJMorningshow.com. I get this email. Roxanne, oh, this went to you too. Do you check your email?
Yeah, but I don't. I had a busy day yesterday.
All right. So this went to you. You're CC'd on it. Roxanne, I love you, girl, but I think you need to dust. I was at a friend's newly purchased rental property in Ybor that is said to be haunted. I did experience something fall off a shelf across the room from me while there, and they had lots of similar stories. So I really want to believe it. I took video to see the orbs, and we were really amazed until we went into the second, more active room. See videos. Love the show, guys. Much love to Fester. And then sends 2 videos, first room and second room. And she says, you need to dust. So is your house filthy?
No. Well, I'll add to this story by saying I've taken video of orbs and my children at restaurants. So did the dust follow us to the restaurant?
That's a good point.
The restaurant has excess dust as well. I don't know.
No, I don't know. After our discussion yesterday, I did a little deep dive on the internet, and I found a lot of videos that people say are orbs, like spirits, and I've got way more than, like, if I posted my videos, they're out of control. But, some people do say it's dust. I just think the zipping is kind of odd. So, I appreciate her advice.
I would look at dust first. Yeah, okay. Andrew.
I remember one of those videos was taken here.
Well, this place is filthy.
Well,
Thank
your
you.
but wait a minute,
Yes,
but
and this
your
place is
daughter
great.
wasn't here.
I was here though. Probably took one of her friends, her
so
Titanic friends, with me to work.
So the ghost followed you from the house to here?
Yeah,
Is that it?
You had
possibly
Jack
so.
and Rose with you on the show? It's awesome. What's up?
No, but it is crazy. Like when the kids are doing really joyful things like singing and dancing, that's when they appear. So I think they're happy ghosts.
Roxanne, let's talk about rude people here.
Okay.
And you approached me and you wanted to go over ways that you can put rude people in their place.
Yes. And you guys know how I love role playing, and I was really hoping Fester would be here for it, but no.
So the next time someone is rude to you,
Yes, this
you
is what we do.
have
Three tactics.
3 tactics to put a rude person in their place.
Right. Because even if you're the most non-confrontational person, if someone is rude to you, you can't help but have your heart start to race. You go into fight or flight, basically. But that's the worst thing you can do is fight the person or run. But there are 3 tactics. The first psychological trick is to simply take a deep breath. And you just, it's very simple.
I love taking a deep breath.
And you don't,
Just inhale.
and you don't say a word.
I think you weren't supposed to breathe like that. You did a story that wasn't healthy for you.
You don't say a word, but do you make a noise? Do you make an inhalation noise?
It depends how you breathe. Do your natural
All right,
big
so
deep breath.
somebody is rude to me,
Yes.
and I just go. All right, Froggy.
Jeez, sorry about that.
All right, Froggy, stop.
Just
Come
squeezed
on.
out in my deep breath.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. Jeez.
That was a forced
All
one.
right, so what's number 2?
Number 2 is what Tom Cruise did when someone squirted him with water on the red carpet.
Or
And-
dumped ashes on him.
Yeah,
oh, no, that
so-
was Ryan Seacrest.
That was Borat dumping ashes on Ryan Seacrest.
That's right. Cruz got shot with a water pistol.
So I guess he just went off on this guy, peppering him with questions. Why would you do that? What's wrong with you? So if you come back at the rude person,
Did he learn that at Scientology?
maybe these. Yeah,
Did the space alien thetons or whatever they're called? Did
You're
they
being glib.
yeah. Was
take
it Matt
me to your leader?
yeah, that was Matt Lauer who was glib to him, right?
Yeah.
So you pepper them with questions, and this kind of throws them
I would
off.
pepper spray them is what I would do, not questions.
So this kind of makes them look and feel stupid if you just keep firing these questions that they can't answer. So that was the Tom Cruise tactic. And then finally, the last thing is about posture. So if you guys want to do another rudeness skit to one another, what you do is if someone's consistently rude to you,
Okay.
then they're looking for a dopamine rush that happens when they're rude to you. That's what they're looking for. If you turn your body away from them and keep your palms open, it actually asserts your dominance and deprives them of the dopamine.
Hold on.
So turn around and
Wait,
what?
wait a second.
Like an imbecile.
I'm trying to visualize this. So you're being rude to me. I turn my body which way?
Away from them.
I
Away
turn
from them.
away from you. All right. Now I'm off mic because the back of my head is facing the microphone.
And palms up.
This makes no sense.
It doesn't.
What the?
Are you being rude to me?
That's like I'm being held up. I'm like turning around. I'm putting my hands up.
No,
I'm being,
no, not like that,
I'll
guys.
show you a thing or two.
Stick your hands up. Give me your wallet. That's what it looks like.
No, palms up like this. Like
This
watch
is
me.
insane.
Watch me.
All right.
I'm turning my back. You're rude.
Oh, like you.
Like almost like a yoga pose.
Oh, okay.
I'd be like, what's the matter with you,
Sort of like the shrug emoji.
Yeah, oh, there it is.
Like
Yeah.
that?
How about my how to handle rude people? You kick him in the nuts.
I like that.
All right, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, some psychological help from Roxanne on how to deal with rude people. We had, and I still got to get to the pasta story. I'm sorry. Every day we've got just a ton of stuff. So I got to, if you're waiting for the pasta deal, good news, bad news on pasta. All right, hang on. We'll get to that in just a minute. First, though, we had a bizarre situation happen at the very end of the show yesterday.
There were even more things that made that bizarre that we didn't even think about at the time.
I don't remember.
I went to the bathroom. I usually.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you forgot about this.
I forgot about the chicken.
I usually do not leave the studio. I get in here before 6 a.m., and I usually do not walk out of the studio until the end of the show, close to 10 o'clock.
You take one break.
No,
Occasionally.
Occasionally. Like yesterday. At 9:30 or 9:25, we went to a break. The last segment of the show was forthcoming. We're going to play some commercials, play one song, and then we're going to do one final chunk of the show, like 9:30 to 9:44 or something. And I go to the bathroom, and the geniuses that designed this place, our bathrooms are in the lobby. I go to the lobby, and there's a lady sitting on our couch in the lobby with a chicken in her hand. She's got like a rooster. I think it might have been a rooster or whatever the hell it was. And the lady is crying on our couch holding a chicken. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? She's crying. She's upset. And I'm like, is somebody helping you? First of all, I want to know who let the lady into our lobby, because our door, you can get into the building.
Oh, I thought you did.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not letting a lady crying with a chicken in her hand into the radio station. So somebody let her into our lobby, which the outside door is locked. You got to be buzzed in or you got to be let in. She's sitting on the couch, and I'm like, is somebody helping you? And she said, well, my chicken needs surgery and stitches, and I need $1,600.
Yeah.
And then I got to go because I got to get back on the air. The song's about to run out. So I get back in here, and then we start talking about the story on the air. And then I sent Andrew, our producer, out to the lobby with his cell phone. We called up Andrew's cell phone, and then we're talking to the woman in our lobby holding the chicken crying. And she said that her chicken was attacked and that she went to like Blue Pearl Vet and they wanted $1,600 to stitch up her chicken. And can you please help? And then I find out that she was driving from Atlanta to Miami, and her chicken was attacked somewhere during her ride, and she ends up in our lobby. Your chicken is hurt, so you end up in a radio station lobby. And I still want to know who the hell let her in.
Yeah, how do we not know that? That's an issue.
That's a security
Whatever
problem.
happened with her?
Well, here's the deal. So I did feel kind of bad. I mean, I wasn't about to give her $1,600, but
whatever. She was acting.
We were asking on the air, hey, is there a vet that can help and take a look at her chicken? And we got a couple of calls and texts. So after we shut the show down, I go back out to the lobby, and she's gone. She just went poof. She disappeared.
What the heck?
The chicken lady in the lobby, this was the most bizarre thing I've experienced in a long time. Andrew, do we have any other information that you were able to glean, or is that really everything?
That's all I could know.
All right.
I have a feeling she was working a scam.
Well, that's the first thing. It's very.
It has to be.
It's very tough to pull one over on me. I'm not easily wambookied, and that's the first thing that said, is this some kind of a scam?
I'm going to look up something on Google.
Yeah.
Sick chicken.
Sick chicken in the lobby scam.
I mean, that's a creative scam. I've never
Right.
heard of that one before.
Right.
You know what someone else pointed out? Isn't it ironic that 2 days prior to this, or a day prior to this,
Yeah.
you talked about how you'd never have a chicken in your house. And someone was trying to get you.
Because
Yeah,
of the
'cause the eggs.
because the price of eggs are going through the roof.
Right. And then we had someone call trying to talk you into being a
Right.
chicken procurer.
Well,
And-
a guy called and said he's got his own chickens, and
Yeah.
he gets like a dozen eggs a day, that I need to get chickens from my backyard. That is kind of interesting. Wacky Jackie from our sales department. Do you know?
Hi, Jackie.
Did you
Good
see the,
morning.
Did you see the chicken lady?
I
yesterday?
did. And you know, she was crying because Froggy called her the crazy chicken lady. And she heard you because it's on
That's
in
right.
the lobby.
Oh.
And she heard you call her the crazy chicken lady. And she's sitting there with her poor little animal. And she started crying.
She was crying
So,
before
way
I
to
said
go.
that.
No, she wasn't. She heard you call her the crazy chicken lady.
Was she not a
That's
crazy
right,
chicken lady?
Because our station.
I don't think she was well, but that's beside the point.
Our radio station in the Beasley Media Group lobby Q105 is playing on the speakers.
Yes, it is.
So that's right. And there's a speaker right over her head on,
There was.
on the couch.
You meanie.
Oh, yeah.
Meanie? She's
Yes,
the one who had
and-
a gun in that
Well,
chicken,
at least
probably.
you were, picking it up for Fester because he wasn't here. So somebody has to be the big D in the room.
All
So
right,
it was
all right,
you.
I mean, if I must.
All right, Wacky Jackie.
Sorry, I had the coffee. Okay, I'm good.
I know. All right, so
I've been texting Roxanne for the last 2 hours.
right, so-
Dude!
Wacky Jackie, just
I can tell you had some coffee today. I like it.
calm down.
Okay, sorry.
You're making me very nervous.
Wait, you said it just a minute ago, right, Roxanne? I'm supposed to breathe?
Yeah, just breathe. Is he being rude to you?
Because he's
though?
going to be
He's
mean
not
to me,
being
isn't he?
rude to you.
MJ's going to be mean to me, so I'm going to have to breathe.
What happened if you had angel dust?
I don't know.
Oh my God, you'd
Thank
explode.
God, we'd never have to find
All
out.
right, so do we know any more about the chicken lady?
I don't, but
Who let her in?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the real issue.
That's a security
It wasn't
threat.
me. It is because we have key cards. Look, I have my Q105
Yeah.
on mine.
Look at
'cause,
that.
Because I love you guys.
Right,
So.
thank you. All right, Wacky Jackie, good to see you again.
Hey,
but-
you too.
All
Have
right.
an awesome day.
Thanks.
Later,
But
Jackie.
That was bizarre. The chicken lady, and then she disappeared as quickly as someone let her into the building with a chicken.
See, that's she knew the scam wasn't going to go through, so she dipped.
That is just crazy. All right, you ready for the pasta story?
Please.
I got. Believe it or not, I don't know why I've got a compendium of pasta stories today. The first one is a mother was livid over pasta. Why? Turns out that a colleague of the mother of an 8-year-old child was served pasta that contained red wine sauce, and the mother freaked out that the pasta sauce contained red wine and was given to her 8-year-old child.
Does she not know anything about cooking?
And that's the first thing that popped into my head is the alcohol burns off when you cook the sauce.
Isn't it called cooking wine or?
Well,
That's sherry.
You can
and
use
it
a
does-
cooking
yes.
sherry, or listen. When I make my world famous bolognese sauce, I
World
use
famous. Wow.
Yeah, I use a couple of cups of an inexpensive Cabernet.
Yellowtail.
I go a little better than Yellowtail.
Barefoot.
Red truck.
Cupcake.
Cupcake. No, but this mother freaks out on a coworker that was babysitting their kid, fed them pasta, and the sauce apparently had red wine, and the mother's freaking out. It's like, calm down. Take a chill on this thing.
It's not like the kid has a peanut allergy and ate a peanut butter sandwich.
It's like, you gave my kid alcohol. No,
Who's going to be a drunk?
The alcohol burns off. It's just the wine gives the sauce a flavor,
Yeah.
but the alcohol, your kid's not getting
Mom,
drunk.
this pasta's really good.
Maybe I'm a terrible mom, but I've even given my kids rum balls before, and I don't even think that. I don't think the rum cooks out of the rum balls.
Oh, really? Don't do that.
Rum
Like a bite of
What?
like the-
Do you
the
give your
cookies,
kids
the
like
cookies.
cough syrup to make them go to
No.
sleep? Yes, you do.
No, never.
Here, take this pink pill.
Here, take this scissor.
Only one in a styrofoam cup, Mommy.
Yeah. All right, so that's pasta story number 1. Number 2, and I love this. I saw this headline. I'm like, oh, man, that is me. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more.
Tell me more. Like, does he have a car?
All right, listen to this headline. Pasta is healthier than you think. And it's even healthier as leftovers. All right, now we're talking.
Yeah, we are.
You think I'm going to leave this story alone?
No.
Hell no! All right. Froggy, why you turn your mic off?
I don't know why. It just shorted off by itself.
Didn't you?
It keeps. Wait, look, it's doing it again.
No, it's not. You're pushing the button. All right,
Dude, you are a pasta piggy.
All right, listen to this. New year, new you. This is from sciencealert.com, my new favorite website. New year, new you. New diet. It's a familiar refrain. One popular dieting technique is to create a food blacklist. Quitting carbs or packaged foods is common, which can mean avoiding supermarket staples like pasta. But do we really need to ban pasta to improve our diets? This is what we call a reductionist approach to nutrition, where we describe a food based on just one of its key components. Pasta isn't just carbohydrates. Then it talks about the how many grams, how many carbohydrates, how much protein, how much fats. Plus is all the water that's absorbed from the cooking and lots of vitamins and minerals. But pasta is mostly carbs. People will cry out. This is true, but it's not the whole story. And then this thing has a whole dissertation on macronutrient ratios. And, man, this thing has convinced me that I need to eat more pasta. I love pasta. Pasta, sushi, pizza, man, that's all I need to survive.
Me too. Those are my food groups.
That's all I need. But there's a whole story about the ratio of carbs to pasta, about 38 grams of carbs to 7.7 grams of protein, a 5-to-1 ratio, well within the acceptable macronutrient distribution range. I'm telling you, this thing is completely selling me that I need more pasta.
Brought to you by Olive Garden. They did this. They did the research on that.
No, Olive Garden has nothing to do with this. But I'm like, all right, you're speaking my language here. And then as far as leftovers go, I guess there's a benefit to that as well. 1 cup of cooked pasta has about a quarter of our daily recommended intakes of vitamins B1, B9, half the recommended intake of selenium, 10% of our iron. When pasta is cooked, some of the carbohydrates convert to resistant starch. The starch gets its name from being resistant to digestion, so it contributes to less energy. But leftover pasta, even when you reheat it, is lower in calories than the night before. So that's the
happen?
I don't know.
Was it all seeped to the bottom of the dish?
Get me Dr. Science. I got to know this. So your leftover pasta, even if you reheat it, is lower in calories than the night before.
What if you lick the bowl with all the oil and stuff
Oh,
in it?
yeah.
Is that still as low?
The news for pasta gets even better when we eat it as leftovers. That's all I need to know.
I don't understand. That's impossible. What kind of wizardry
I
is
think
happening?
it's something to do with the starches, like I was just saying. The converting to resistant starch.
So if you put a fresh bowl of pasta...
when pasta is cooked and cooled, some carbohydrates convert to resistant starch.
Wow, it is science.
So better for your blood sugar levels or whatever. So there you have it, man. I'll tell you, I do not have enough pasta in my diet after eating that. I'm telling you right now.
Do you like Bodhi pasta?
What?
Bodhi?
What is that?
Bowtie? I'm just asking.
I don't. You know damn well it's bow tie.
Bow tie? Really?
Stop.
It's not Bodhi?
No, it's not Bodhi.
Wait a minute. A bow tie like you wear to a...
It is shaped like a bow tie, Frog. Come on.
Oh, my God, it is.
All right, stop yanking my chain. Stop it. All right, I've got to play this audio, and this is popping up. It's a viral video. I saw it on the Daily Dot website, and I don't even know what cities the plane was traveling to and from, but there is video circulating of a new airplane Karen, and if I were to ask, what airline do you think the latest airplane Karen occurred on, what would your guess be? What airline?
Allegiant.
No.
Spirit.
What did you say?
Spirit.
Survey says number one answer on the board. All right, so we don't know where the flight was traveling to and from, but it was a Spirit Airlines flight, and this woman is being ejected from the plane. So viral video, they're removing a woman from a Spirit Airlines flight, and as she's being taken off the plane, she tells the passengers that she hopes the plane crashes and they all die.
Nah, you don't want to say that.
Oh, my God.
That's a sore loser.
I mean, what a horrible human being. All right, this is audio from somebody's cell phone camera. Listen.
Honey, take care.
And then someone goes, boo! So they're taking the lady, they're like perp walking her down the aisle off of the Spirit Airlines flight.
I think I hear Wacky Jackie on that.
I'm sorry, what?
I think I hear Wacky Jackie on that
Yeah,
flight.
maybe
I heard
so.
her laugh.
Yeah, that was her.
In my position, you do the same thing.
So she's saying, if you're in my position, you do the same thing. All right, let me start it from the beginning.
Honey, take care.
They're taking her off the plane. If you were in my position, you'd do the same thing. All right, so then, did you hear that? All right, so I have an ISO on that. So let me crank up the volume. As she's right out of the front door of the airplane, she's onto the jetway. She yells back onto the plane. I hope you all crash and die. You hear that?
It's not cool.
That is terrible. And then I guess there's a little more, and the passengers are making noise, and you can hear one passenger booed, and someone said, "Boo, you bitch." And anyway, I hope you all crash and die. That's just terrible.
You put this.
What?
You put the spit and spirit.
Yeah. Was there any more on this?
She said, "Oh, the pilots. Oh, the pilots going."
Pilot did not like that one.
Oh, and then that's right. The pilot then leaves the cockpit and runs after the lady on the jetway, apparently.
We took offense.
I mean, is that terrible?
Yeah, no one jinxes his flight.
That's the latest Karen. What a piece of crap that is. Wow. Hey, what do you think about Madonna and the big announcement of Madonna going on tour? And this is, I think, the first time that Madonna will play Tampa Bay since, did I see 1985?
You did.
What?
Yep. I saw her in concert. I was like, wait, didn't I see it? But I saw her in Vegas. Yeah, she hasn't been to Tampa since 1985.
Madonna has been announced. She's going to be playing the Amalie Arena in September. What's the date? Is it like September 7th or something, if I'm not mistaken?
When's the last time she toured? 1988?
I don't know, but the last time, this is a fact, the last time Madonna played in Tampa, it was 1985.
Golly, I was 5 years old.
That is a long time ago. Yeah. Ted sent me the email yesterday on this, and Madonna, and we're giving away Madonna tickets.
I hope she plays La Isla Bonita.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so starting, I guess yesterday, we started giving away Madonna tickets, and Madonna is going to be, it's September. Do you have the date on it, Andrew?
7th.
Yeah, so I was right. It's September 7th. And, you wonder, because we've talked about Madonna recently because she was acting bizarre. Mm-hmm. She's had some very crazy plastic surgery, and we've commented on this. Her face is all contorted looking. She's pulled her face very tight with her plastic surgery. It almost doesn't look like Madonna anymore. But then she's also posted some bizarre videos, acting almost like kind of bonkers, like Britney Spears a bit. And I even commented, hey, is Madonna just upset that Britney Spears is getting all the attention? Because then Madonna, over the last 6 months, started acting weird, and she was starting to make the news more, especially with her appearance and what she apparently has done to herself with all kinds of plastic surgery. So one has to now ask, was all of that a precursor to getting people interested and talking about Madonna again? And that was sort of a precursor to announce her new world tour, which is going to be the first time she's touring in years.
How does that go down? All right, Madonna, Madge, you're going to have to act crazy for about a year, all right? I'm talking about you got to get surgery. You got to go nuts. And then we're getting the road.
Then we're going to announce that you're going back on tour.
Yeah.
Including a stop in Tampa Bay at the Amalie Arena on September 7th.
I mean, is stuff really that thought out, or they just it works out this way? I refuse to believe this is planned.
It just seems a little suspicious, though, that we didn't really hear much about Madonna. Then she starts acting all kooky in the last 6 months, and then she's unrecognizable in photos with all the plastic surgery that has occurred.
MJ, she's back. This might be the time to sell your sex book.
Oh, that's right. I have the Madonna sex book still in the unopened. What would you think?
I thought your own sex book or something.
Oh God, no! Oh, bury that.
That's all you said. Is,
Images of me. Images of me in the act.
I thought maybe when hers was hot, you did like one that was similar.
Ew.
No,
I rolled it out. Yeah,
that's true. I have an unopened Madonna sex book from the late '80s, and it's still unopened in the Mylar wrapper.
I wonder how much that'll go for.
I think
$17.
I think we've seen them on eBay for I don't know, a couple of $100 or something.
Have her sign it when she comes.
That's right.
Then it'll be worth like $25.
Then she'll say, "Hey, are you the morning show that was talking about my bad plastic surgery that I've had recently?"
Yeah, that was us.
I'm not going to sign your book. Get the hell out of here. Security! Get him out of here.
Vogue.
You know what she looks like? I realized in some of those pictures.
Why don't we tell her she's our station's doing this,
What
right?
are you going to do?
Our station's
Yeah, no, I'm not saying
presenting
anything.
the concert. We shouldn't say.
No,
we're not saying she looks bad.
No, we're not presenting the concert.
Oh,
no. We're giving away tickets.
Oh, we're giving away tickets. Okay.
Yeah. So we're doing this. What are we calling it?
Madonna.
Yeah, there we go.
When you hear two Madonna songs back to back.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Call us.
A Madonna double shot.
It's like pizza, but it's Madonna.
Uh-huh.
So when you hear two, and this, folks, is in effect right now. I guess it started yesterday. When you hear two Madonna songs back to back, two Madonna songs in a row, listen and call. So as soon as you hear the second Madonna song start, you want to call the radio station and be caller 7. And then you'll win a pair of tickets to see Madonna coming up in September at Amalie, her first stop in Tampa since 1985.
She's done a lot of songs since then. She probably has a lot of material.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, though. I mean, I could not acknowledge that Madonna's plastic surgery is pretty wacky looking.
What I realized, what it kind of looks like, is as if she just had it done. It looks like she just had a facelift and she's still swollen from it. Like it looks. So maybe it will calm down.
Madonna, I
now
think
on
you
her
look
tour.
great.
Yeah, no, she's. Look how old she is. She's
How
hanging
old
in
is
there.
she? How's she going to do all these dance moves?
Yeah, that's going to be amazing.
Madonna is what, 60? How old is she now? 67? How?
No way.
No.
She's not 67.
I think she is.
And she's going to go on tour.
I think Madonna's like 60.
Oh, she's 64.
Is she getting Social Security yet? Did you look it up?
She's 64. She's born in 58.
There, so she's six.
So she's going to be 65 on her tour.
Oh, yeah.
At one point.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
She'll turn 65 this year. Yeah.
I get tired walking to my car. How is she going to go on tour?
We have an update, and this is bizarre. Now, the update wasn't available when I was doing prep last night, but the update's available this morning. Did you see this sicko that tries to kidnap a barista out of the drive-through window?
I saw that video. That is terrifying.
This happened in Washington State. This is absolutely awful. All right, hold on to the thought here, because this is creepy. And the way this guy tried to kidnap a coffee barista, and up in Washington State and Oregon, you have a lot of those mom and pop and the independent like drive up in the parking lot coffee places, and that's where you had like the bikini baristas where they'd have the hot babes serving coffee in the bikinis. A guy tries to kidnap a coffee shop worker right out of the drive-thru, but you're not going to believe how they tried to do it. But there is good news. They did arrest the suspect, and there was a really big telltale sign, which this guy's an idiot, because clearly people were able to determine who he was by a very obvious feature. All right, hold on. We'll get to that and a whole lot more next. Got a lot to do. We got a long chunk of the MJ Morning Show in minutes here on Q105. So don't move. We're back in moments. We'll give you the rest of that. News alert, they caught the monster that tried to steal a woman through a drive-through window. I mean, this is the craziest crap I've ever seen. And what a dumbass. All right, welcome back. MJ Morning Show on Q105. Now, when I went to bed last night, or when I was doing prep late last night, the story was all over the place about a guy that tried to kidnap a female barista, one of these little coffee shop workers, through the drive-through. And, man, it's sick. Did you see how he tried to do it?
Well, how else could he do it by just grabbing her?
Grabbing her, but tried to put a zip tie on her wrist to be able to yank her.
Is this premeditated? It sounds like it was, certainly.
I don't think it's spur of the moment. I think he probably drove through saying, hey, I'm gonna take this barista. It happened in Auburn, Washington. So the Pacific Northwest, if you've ever been in Washington and Oregon, they've got a ton of those coffee places. They're all over the place. They're like that's where Starbucks started. And I'm not a coffee drinker. I don't drink coffee at all. I've never had a cup of coffee in my life.
Really?
Never.
Never?
Dude, we've talked about this on the show for 20-something years.
What about a sip of coffee?
No.
Never a sip.
You
No.
have a sip? What,
No.
Why?
Even my kid has had a sip.
You know what? I might actually like coffee, but what happened, I've told this story. Froggy, where have you been? I've told this story a dozen times.
I've never heard the reason.
When I was a kid, my dad used to try to give me coffee ice cream.
Oh, no, coffee ice cream's gross.
My dad loved coffee ice cream, and I'm like a 2-year-old kid, and I'm being fed coffee ice cream.
You're like, ice cream, yummy.
And I hated it. It was like I was being, force-fed syrup of Ipecac or something. So
You're so weird.
I hate, and for whatever reason, I hated coffee ice cream, and it just carried through that anything coffee, I don't like.
How about candy?
I don't mind the smell of coffee.
How about coffee breath? I can still remember smelling my dad's coffee breath as a kid.
Oh, man. So I'm not a coffee drinker, but up in Portland, Oregon, all over Oregon, Seattle, they've got all these like one-off or little small chains of coffee places, and they're like little shacks and huts.
They're like a one person could work in it.
Yeah, exactly. Like in a parking lot of a shopping center, like an old photo mat. Remember those things?
Dangerous.
Yeah. And a lot of them also have like the scantily clad bikini baristas.
Okay, that's even dumber because you're just setting yourself up. You're a sitting duck.
Those are famous up in the Pacific Northwest. The coffee places with like the sexy lingerie and bikini coffee ladies. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, when I think of coffee, I think of sexy lingerie.
So Auburn, Washington police have now arrested the man suspected of attempting to kidnap the barista right through the drive-through window early Monday morning. Police announced the arrest on Twitter at 11:15 a.m. yesterday. Now, I didn't see that. All I saw was the attempt, and then I saw the video of the attempt. The man was arrested at his Auburn home where investigators were able to do a quick search of his pickup and found evidence linking him to the scene. After the suspect was questioned, he was booked into jail, attempted kidnapping, possibly other charges. Police shared surveillance video of the incident, which showed the man pulling up to the window at 5:06 a.m. And the surveillance video at the coffee place, it captured all this. He grabs the barista's arm, attempts to drag her outside using a looped zip tie that he's holding with his other hand. So he was trying to get the loop zip tie on her and then pull it closed, like for maybe leverage to be able to grab her.
Yeah. That seems hard.
This is nuts. She was able to fight off the attacker. He was planning on yanking her through the drive-through window into his truck.
I wonder why you didn't think to wait till she got off work or showed up.
Then the video shows the man dropping cash on the ground as he drives away with the failed attempt. Now, here is the unbelievable aspect to this story. The guy had a huge tattoo on his left forearm. So massive tattoo along his forearm on his left arm that read Chevrolet. How
Big fan, huh?
How difficult would it be if suddenly this is all over the news? They're looking for a guy in a pickup truck, tried to steal a young woman through the coffee drive-through window, kidnap her. Oh, and by the way, the guy's got a massive tattoo that says Chevrolet across his forearm.
I'm sorry, I missed it. Did you say he drove a Chevrolet truck? Too?
We don't know.
Okay.
That I didn't see.
I would have to imagine if he's such a fan that he had a
What
tattoo
other
of it.
reason would you have that? I mean, it's just
Maybe-
a brand of a truck. I
Maybe
don't
he
know
was a fan of that old jingle. Kidnap in the USA in your Chevrolet.
I think that's how it went.
Yeah, it did. That was exactly how it went. But this guy's a sicko. What was he going to do? Like, put her in a box like in Room or something? Remember the movie Room?
Ugh.
Was he going to put her in like some kind of thing underground?
He wasn't going to do anything good.
Oh, yeah.
He wasn't going to help her.
This was, thank God she was able to fight it off, because who knows if she would be alive if this guy were successfully able to kidnap her through the drive-through window.
Ugh.
She was working alone at the time of the incident, 5:06 in the morning Pacific time. They are in vulnerable positions because they're usually controlling those spots by themselves in the early hours of the morning when it's dark outside. But this barista did an awesome job of protecting herself and fighting the person off, according to the police department. The spokesperson, Colby Crosley with the Auburn Police Department. Oh, and yes, the person was driving a dark-colored Chevy Silverado.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, would you expect them to be driving a Ford if they've got a giant Chevy tattoo on the forearm?
What's his other arm say? That's what I want to know.
It's
Caricature of the
baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and then you look at the other arm for the ending, Chevrolet. Remember that? Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie. You don't remember that?
No.
Oh, come on.
Great. Just say you remember it so we don't have to listen to it.
I remember it.
Yeah, we remember it.
You know,
yeah.
It was an old TV commercial in like this.
Yeah, I remember it.
No, you don't. You're lying
It was
now.
so good.
Yeah. Hey, Andrew, bring that up. It's on YouTube. Bring it. Let me know when you have it. That was a big Chevrolet campaign. Also,
I think his other arm said abductor.
Also drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry.
I'm very familiar with that.
You know that, right?
Girl, because I want
you got
her
it? All right,
to
roll
die.
it. Listen.
In the years that I've been living, a lot of things have surely changed. A lot of things have come and gone, some even came back again. But through all the many changes, some things are for sure. And you know that I might feeling.
You never heard this?
No. Because I love baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet.
That's a classic.
Were VCRs invented during this time period? Maybe I fast forwarded through the commercial.
Say it again.
Were VCRs invented during this time period when this song played? Because maybe I fast forwarded through the commercials.
Apple pie and Chevrolet. There you go. That's a classic, Rox.
Oh.
Where's that email that you just handed me?
Ooh.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it. So we got a listener email.
Uh-huh.
Was this a text or? Oh, this was a text.
Yeah, this is a text.
Oh, it's a text that you emailed me.
I did.
All right, so Roxanne just emailed me a text that she got. And, of course, you can call us. You can text us, 800-990-1047. So if you ever have something to add to the show and you want to be on the air, you call 800-990-1047. If you're east of the Rockies, 800-990-1047. If you're west of the Rockies, 800-990-1047. The wild card line is 800-990-1047.
Where's the newsmaker line?
That's 800-990-1047.
Very good.
The triple amputee line is 800-990-1047. And if you want to text us, it's 800-990-1047. If you want to text Fester, it's
813-310-8444.
We got to call Fester in the hospital in a minute. We'll call him back momentarily.
And if you're a triple amputee, how the hell are you going to text us?
Well, you still have one limb.
Yeah, what, his foot?
Well, it could be an arm.
All right, well,
Or
you're right,
if you're a quadruple amputee, then you can use your tongue.
There you go. Ew.
Or like you bite a pencil. I've seen that.
Bite a
Seriously. All right. So Roxanne gets this text at 800-990-1047. And It reads, MJ, I'm in the same office park as you in the Franklin building. None of us who have Verizon get service inside our building either. Doesn't matter if iPhone, Samsung, I've got the Google Pixel. If it's Verizon, you can't get service. However, take notice that in the morning time, after 7:45, you can.
Yeah, it's weird.
No, but my service sucks always in this building. And I like Verizon. I have very good luck with Verizon. But again, Verizon wireless engineers, come to my studio now and take some readings and measurements. And I don't put a cell tower over here because the cell service is awful. It's this whole zone. It's like a dead zone. I don't know if there's like a UFO buried in the ground like in that Tom Cruise movie or something, but something's going on. We got a cell phone dead zone here. So this is from April. Hey, April, right down the street from us.
Hi, April.
Here on our office complex. No, we've talked about this, that our cell service is terrible. In this building. Hey, this is hysterical. Kanye West's lawyers want to fire him, but they couldn't get a hold of him to fire him because he's turned all his phones off.
Well, remember what I told you about him a long time ago?
Please tell me again.
That I knew someone who was friends with him, dated him, and he was like notorious for not being able, no one could get a hold of him. He only contacts you through email. Like he doesn't even have a cell, at least back then, he didn't even have a cell phone. This is when cell phones were popular.
You know somebody who dated Kanye West?
Or he was like pursuing her. Yeah.
What was her name?
Her name was Carrie.
Well, she ain't looking for no broke.
That's her fake thing. It's Roxanne's got 3 fake friends. It's Carrie,
Dunice,
it's Dunice,
and
Kettle. What is your deal where you can't talk about your friends'
believe
names?
You don't think Kettle is a real
Kettle's
person.
a phony name.
Kettle's a pot.
All right, but listen to this. Kanye West lawyers want to do a newspaper ad to let him know that he's fired. Kanye West legal team wants to officially say they're finished representing the rapper in a lawsuit. So they're going to put out an ad, according to legal documents that TMZ got their hands on. The law firm of Greenberg, Traurig, LLP. They've got an office downtown Tampa. If I'm saying it right, Greenberg, Traurig. Traurig?
Your name's too complicated. You're not going to be a partner.
Yeah, Greenberg, Traurig, LLP. And I know that I passed by an office in downtown Tampa, and I think they're Chicago-based, but they're a pretty big firm. In fact, I used to know Joe Mello's wife, I think, I knew a guy named Joe Mello.
What was his wife's name? Kara?
No.
Oh, that would've
Yellow.
been awesome. Kara Mello?
Yellow Mello. Mellow Yellow. All right, so according to TMZ, Greenberg Traurig, the law firm, they can't get a hold of Kanye to say, hey, you're not listening to our advice. You're not doing what we're dropping you as a client.
Man just got married. He's on his honeymoon.
According to legal documents that TMZ got their hands on, they're saying that there's a breakdown in communication with Kanye as they attempt to let him know that they're off the case. They say that Kanye, or Ye, has deactivated the phone number that they previously used to get in touch with him. As a result, the docs say the company's looking to use alternative means to reach him, including putting ads in 2 LA newspapers and publishing the order from the judge, which allows them to withdraw from the case. The docs say the goal is to inform Kanye about the order, and seeing that he's incommunicado, that this is the best way to get a hold of him. Put an ad in the newspaper saying, hey, Kanye, hello, we're no longer representing you in this legal matter.
Man, he's falling off the deep end.
This guy, he's whacked. The guy's totally gone off the deep end.
His music's so good, but he's so crazy.
Absolutely. Hey, did you see Gisele Bundchen now running again in Costa Rica with the good-looking trainer guy?
She looked beautiful. Yeah.
Wait a minute,
great.
she's with that guy again?
They were just jogging.
All right, now is he really the trainer, or is he doing some other exercise with her? If you know what I mean.
Let's practice some Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Froggy, why is your phone ringing again?
I don't know why Kim's calling me in the middle of the show. This is an issue.
I mean, hello? Why is your phone not on vibrate in the middle of the show?
It is on vibrate, and I usually sit on it the whole time in case it goes off.
No, your phone, this is like the third time your phone has made noise during the show.
What's the matter
today.
with it? I turned it down.
All right, so Giselle Bundchen was spotted. There are new images of her jogging with that trainer guy, her jiu-jitsu instructor, Joaquim Valente. Not Joaquin, but Joaquim with an M. So do you think that makes Tom Brady jealous? I mean, Tom Brady had a lousy Monday night. The season's over for the Buccaneers. And then here we go. A day later, there's a new image published of Giselle running with this jiu-jitsu hot-looking guy in Costa Rica.
What's she going to do? Sit around and do nothing? Let her go get some.
I think the question is what makes him more angry, seeing that photo or losing the way they did on Monday? And I think losing on Monday is makes him
His
crazier.
new girlfriend will make him feel better.
Well, we don't know about that. We don't know if Tom Brady has a new girlfriend.
Whoever it is, I'm sure she'll be a dime.
Is he getting any new action? That's what I want to know. Does anyone know? Call us. 800-990-1047.
He's got to have a couple ringers.
Anyone see Tom Brady around with anybody? 800-990-1047. Let us know.
You want to go to dinner, babe? We can eat some bone broth and some veggie sticks.
Yeah, where do you take someone to dinner if that's what your diet is?
God. Hey, let's go to nonightshades.com and we can order some food in.
Yeah, have a great night.
Hey, you see what Dom the IT guy did?
Yeah, I did. I've been meaning to bring that up to you.
Yeah, we got to call Fester in the hospital. For those that don't know the deal, Fester is admitted to Tampa General Hospital. He will be hospitalized for about 5 days. And then Dom the IT guy started a GoFundMe page for Fester. Let's help Fester from the MJ Morning Show. This is like the Damar Hamlin toy drive. Unfortunately, this was started today, though. This is not like a Damar Hamlin toy drive that was sort of dormant since 2020 that suddenly has like close to $10 million in it when they had a goal to raise $2,500. But look at this. Don the IT guy, who we've worked with extensively on this program, any IT needs, folks, if you need anything, like, hey, Two College Brothers. Wade, who owns Two College Brothers, said, hey, I need Don the IT guy's number because I have some IT needs here at Two College Brothers Moving. So to get a hold of Don the IT guy, it's dontheitguy.com. If you're a business and you need IT security, making sure you don't get phished and spammed and ransomware and all that, I mean, all kinds. Anyway, so Don sends me a link here. Let's help Fester from the MJ Morning Show. Everyone's favorite MJ Morning Show member, Fester, is currently in the hospital. As if that's not enough to deal with, this week is the biggest RV show in the country, and Fester is missing his biggest money-making week of the year. As listeners of the show, we can band together and help make up for it. And Don is already, this one donation, Don's already put $250 in the kitty for Fester. And that's true because Fester not only is on the MJ Morning Show, but he's a sales guy at General RV, which is also a sponsor here on Q105 of the MJ Morning Show. And Fester, this is a big weekend for one of the biggest RV shows in the country. And Fester's in the hospital hooked up to an IV bag. So we got to post this.
Yeah.
We got to see if we can get this thing up to $9 million like the Damar Hamlin deal. Now, let me call Fester. What's the number?
813-310.
Yeah, hold on a minute. 813. Hold on. I forget the number. Hold on.
813.
813.
And then there's a 3, a 1, and an O.
310.
And then an 8, and then 3 4s. 444.
Got it. Okay. Good. All right, calling Fester in the hospital right
now. Leave a message, but the fastest response will always be through.
Why does it go to voicemail first? Now I got to call right back.
It must be, the hospital.
Unless people are calling it right now and jamming up the line. All right, see, it goes to voicemail immediately first, and then it rings the second time.
Amazing, isn't it?
Are you listening to the show?
No, I'm not.
No, he's in the hospital.
Dude, you can listen on an app. We're on we're on Odyssey, we're on the iHeart app, we're on the TuneIn app. You can go to the MyQ105 app. You can listen live.
I'm sure he's good.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Hey, are you aware of the GoFundMe account that's been started for you?
No, wait till I die for that.
No, it's already started.
Wait till
Oh my God! Someone just donated $50.
No,
Melissa Simpson. Now it is Fester. Listen, Don, the IT guy, started a GoFundMe account about you being in the hospital and missing the biggest RV show of the season. Let's help Fester from the MJ Morning Show. There's a $5,000 goal. 2 donors. Don seeded the pot with $250, and now Melissa Simpson has donated $50.
Well, listen, I appreciate it. I was waiting till I kicked the bucket before you started GoFundMe. But
what, to put your kids through college?
Yeah, right. That's what they say. Oh.
All right, folks, Fester is in the hospital. He had a flare-up of his myasthenia gravis, which is an autoimmune disease. And Fester first got tagged with this back in 2011. It put him in the hospital for close to a month. He was in TGH ICU for like 2 weeks. During the MJ Morning Show in 2011, then it went away. Totally went away, in remission. Then he had a little flare-up back in like 2019, believe it or not, while he was doing an RV show up in Michigan for General RV. And now, last week, it's come roaring back, and you've tried to manage it, but then it got so bad yesterday, you took an Uber to the emergency room at Tampa General Hospital.
Yes, Emmanuel, the Uber driver, was fantastic. But
you mean Manuel?
No, Emmanuel.
Oh, Emmanuel. Okay, gotcha.
His car was Emmanuel.
It was
Hey, MJ,
yeah.
For Fester, do you think like working the 2 jobs and when this seems to happen when your conventions are coming up or whatever, is this like stress? Does stress bring on this thing?
No. Neither of my jobs are terribly stressful.
All right, so you're still in.
What brings it on?
All right, so you're still in the room next to the ER, correct?
Yeah. A stabbing patient rolled by a little while ago.
Oh,
well, hold on. What? A stabbing patient went by?
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, sounds great.
The whole thing.
Now, yesterday, Fester sent me a video. He was in the hall for a little bit on a stretcher, and Fester sent me a video of a prisoner in an orange jumpsuit handcuffed to a gurney being watched by a cop.
Did you ever find out what happened to that guy?
Yeah.
I said it happens like every day.
All right. So, yeah, well, listen, if there are prisoners in the system or whatever, they got to bring them down for treatment. All right. Now, Fester, tell the audience exactly what the plan is. You're going to be in the hospital for maybe 5 days?
Yeah. There's a couple of ways to treat this. When it gets to be a severe case like apparently I'm having now. MG
or myasthenia gravis. And you might even see recently commercials that are run for something called like Vivgart, or do you know about that drug?
Yeah, it's more of a maintenance drug, so it's not something appropriate for me to have while I'm in the hospital.
So what are they doing? Why are you hooked up to an IV? What are they jamming through your body?
Hemoglobin replacement therapy is what it is, or the blood is not carrying the electrical messages from the brain to the muscles.
I was trying to remember when you were in the hospital for close to a month back in 2011. Yeah. What was the hospital bill? I remember it was crazy.
It was like $400,000. Like 400, and it was a lot.
Didn't you get that procedure done last time where they switched out the whatever?
Yeah, well, that remember when you guys came to visit?
No, that was the gender reassignment surgery that he had.
Confused.
Yeah,
it only
that's when he had the addictomy.
I remember seeing a bucket of juice when I went to see you.
Right. The bucket of juice was the plasmapheresis, where they put a PICC line in my neck, I guess, and they pull all my blood out, clean it, and put it back.
Sounds great.
They put a pickaxe in your neck?
No, a PICC line, like a big. like
an IV in your neck.
That sounds awesome.
A big IV in my neck.
Yeah.
And that I had an option for that procedure again.
Are you hooked up to a bag right now?
No. It's a 3-hour treatment.
What, they're bringing a vampire to suck your blood out?
No, they're putting stuff in him. They're putting like plasma.
They take the blood out, they clean the blood, they put it back in.
Yeah, like the vampire sucks it and then washes with like.
Well, wash your blood now, Fester.
So, Fester, what do you think about the GoFundMe account to try to? Because Fester, you could be losing. I mean, what, tens of thousands of dollars in commissions by not being able to work the RV show this weekend.
Believe me, I am more devastated about missing the RV show than anything else.
Up, Nicholas Secor just donated $5.
Wow, Nicholas.
We're up to $305 of the $5,000 goal for the Let's Help Fester from the MJ Morning Show GoFundMe while he's all hooked up in the hospital at TGH downtown.
I assured Don, Don, thank you. That's very generous. Don, the IT guy, for setting it up. But listen, it is what it is. I don't want anybody to feel. I mean, I'm no Damar Hamlin.
Well, we should have just said it's the Fester Toy Drive.
We got the ham part down
for underprivileged kids. I mean, that Damar Hamlin thing. Last I saw, it was over $9 million.
I know, it's crazy.
It is. All right, Fester, I'm going to run, but
Feel better.
Do you need me to bring you anything?
No, I don't want to see any of you. I don't want.
I tried to bring you stuff yesterday. I was right there.
He doesn't want you.
I don't want to see any of you.
Roxanne texts me. She's like, "Okay, so I hope you're feeling better. When can I come visit?" And I'm like, "Don't visit."
She's like, "Can I bring food?"
Yeah, I was actually in the parking lot at TGH when I sent that.
Has your wife come to see you yet?
Yeah, I told her I don't need to see her.
Jesus.
Look, we got a lot. We're like I'm like Tom Brady. I'm 40 something. I got a lot of bleep going on. I don't. She has the kids. She's got her own. They have their schedule. She's worried about that. I got to worry about this. They're going to come by this afternoon and visit for a couple of minutes just to traumatize the kids. And then
I'm 45 years old, man. There's a lot of shit going on.
Hey, that's my. I understand, dude. Those are the truest words ever said.
Right.
I'm 45 years old, man. There's a lot of shit going on.
Look, Allison takes care of the home front. I'll try to take care of myself.
But Festive, they admitted you yesterday. So you were admitted on Tuesday. So
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You won't be out until Saturday or Sunday.
Maybe if everything goes well, Saturday or Sunday. Yeah. Then Monday, I gotta go back to that morning show. God.
Oh. All right, listen, Fester, we'll call you tomorrow. If you need anything, I will bring it to you, or we'll figure it out.
The only thing I need is not to see any of you guys.
All right, here we go.
Okay, howdy.
He doesn't want to see his family either. All right.
Listen, hey, I don't want Ron the castrate coming up here either. Hey, just checking on you guys.
I don't think you have to worry about that.
All right.
I don't want Wacky Jackie's been texting me. Can I come visit? No. Nobody. I don't want anybody.
I'm trying to rest, and she's just in there laughing.
Yeah. All right. So the GoFundMe page, Let's Help Fester from the MJ Morning Show. There are 6 donations now. Yeah, but it still says 3. Why? It says 6 donations, but only 3 are reflected. So does it take a little bit for it to catch up?
They gave 1
I
cent.
don't know.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Do you guys tell Ted that I'm not there?
Oh, was that our job?
I told him last night. He didn't know.
He was like, well.
Yeah.
Well.
So I told, when I was walking the dogs last night, I said to Ted, Ted, Fester's going to be in the hospital for like 5 days. And Ted said,
well.
Who?
No. Well.
He said, I don't care about that. Just talk about the Madonna tickets we're giving away. All right, Fester, we'll talk to you soon, buddy. I hope you feel better.
All right, see you tomorrow. Bye.
All right, Fester live from Tampa General Hospital, where he's going to be there for 5 days or so.
Wait, he just said see you tomorrow. Is he delirious?
No, meaning that he'll talk to us
okay.
tomorrow, because we'll call him again tomorrow on the show. All right, final chunk of the MJ Morning Show is next, and I got a lot of stuff to jam in. New Antonio Brown news. Oh, I want to find out how something's going with you personally.
Ooh, me?
I want to poke into Roxanne's private life.
Okay.
Yeah, and more. Next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. You know what... Show Q105, man. What a busy final segment of the show today. I've just had one of everything. We just got a special pizza delivery. We'll explain that in 1 second. Hold on. Unbelievably, this is incredible. The Fester GoFundMe is now $980. So almost $1,000 on the Fester in the hospital GoFundMe account. Started by Don, the IT guy.
Fester's not going to accept that, will he, or will he? I mean, it is Fester.
Well, we got to figure it out, or I don't know. Maybe he'll donate it to charity. So Don, the IT guy, started a GoFundMe page for Fester since he's in the ER. He's adjacent to the ER. I'm sure they're going to move him into a private room at some point, but he is in a private room right now, just off the ER, not like upstairs at TGH. And if you're following the story or not, Fester, we just had him on the air. Fester had a big, huge, debilitating flare-up of his myasthenia gravis, which is MG. It's an autoimmune deal, and it just kind of attacks your muscles. Yeah, Rox, get some pizza. You got the square over there. You got some meatball things. You got the regular pizza, and we'll explain all this in a second. We're thrilled, the final segment. Also, I need to do an update quickly on the chicken lady from yesterday, because it all unfolded around this time yesterday. And, of course, I'm talking about the lady that showed up in our lobby crying with a chicken because her chicken was hurt. So she's driving from Atlanta to Miami. Her chicken got bitten by a dog. Her chicken needed stitches. So, of course, you end up in our radio station lobby.
Of course. Where else would you go?
Where the hell else would you go?
Now, you saw the chicken. Was it injured? Or was it
she was swaddling the chicken like it was a 2-month-old baby?
So you couldn't tell if it was injured or not?
I could not.
I'm smelling a scam.
She was asking for $1,600 because Blue Pearl wanted $1,600 to fix her chicken.
That's a scam. The more I think about it, man, I think she does that to all kinds of places with the chicken.
If Fester was here, he would talk about choking her chicken, but that's a whole different story. No. But listen, I'm an animal lover, and I come back to the studio because I just saw her in the lobby because I was going to the restroom during a break, and there's a lady with a chicken, which I don't know how she got into the building. That's a security issue, number one. And then I come back on the air because our song was running out. It was this exact time yesterday, and I'm telling the story. Then Andrew, he takes his cell phone to the lobby. We start talking to the chicken lady on the air, and then after we finish the program, we're trying to solicit vets that can help her chicken, and we're getting calls, we're getting texts. So I go to the lobby right after we go to commercial break at the end of the show, and she's gone. So the chicken lady was here, and then the chicken lady, poof, gone. So we don't know what people are like sending me emails and social media hits all last night. What's the latest on the chicken? I don't know. She left.
She figured, I'm not going to get away with this here. I got to go.
She disappeared, gone. So that's crazy. Hey, I got to thank Super Sardo, Santo, right? Is it Santo is your first name?
Santo means saint, by the way.
Yeah, look at
the
that.
saint of pizza.
So Santo Sardo from Sardo's Pizza by the way, I'm going to tell you right now that you're going to be attacked by Mark Zallis.
Oh, our sales guy.
I'm watching all you guys eat. It looks like he's haven't eaten in days.
Well, we've got a sales guy here named Mark Zallis.
Yeah.
He's going to camp out in your front yard trying to sell you advertising now. All right, but yeah, just
all right.
all right.
Well, then I shouldn't say what I'm about to say.
Well, hang on. Here's the deal. I made a mention a week or two ago that I went out to Largo to pick up some wine. A buddy of mine owns Bellavino out in Bel Air, right at the West Bay.
Yeah, there's this Sakushi Sushi is right in that same plaza,
whatever
which
it's
I
called.
love.
Yeah, exactly. You know, Harold Freeman Jewelers used to be in that parking lot as well. So I go to pick up some wine, and then I said, you know what? I think I'm near that Sardo's Pizza that people have told me to try. And there was a guy that emailed me back in October and was like, hey, MJ, you got to try Sardo's Pizza. You know, you like a good New York slice. And I don't get out that way often, but I was going to make a special trip. I just hadn't done it yet. But I was right down the street because the Bellavino was literally just a mile and a half away. So I'm going to get a slice. So Saturday afternoon, I go to try a slice, and I just walk in, I order one slice, and I sit outside. Because, listen, I'm only ordering one slice because if I don't like it, I don't want to be saddled with all these slices. So I get the slice. I'm like, ooh, this is good. So then I take out 3 slices, and I told Michelle I'm bringing some pizza home for you. So I ordered 3 more slices and took those home. And Santo, you'd be proud of me. I've got a real pizza bake stone at the house. So
Yeah.
I had Michelle fire up the oven, heat up the bake stone, so
That's
I could.
the best way. You throw it in the microwave. I'm not going to talk to you.
Oh
anymore.
yeah. So I put it in the oven on the bake stone, and they crisped up on the bottom. It was fantastic. So Michelle's like, "Ooh, this is good." Hey, and Michelle and I are pizza snobs. And I travel the world for pizza, and I'm always looking for a good pizza. And this is a great New York slice.
They've been known to spit out pizza
And-
in the restaurant they don't like.
Well, I don't. You know what?
No,
if it's no good, and do what you got to do.
Hey,
but
Santo, I'm telling you right now that our deal is if pizza's no good, or really food in general, we spit stuff out because our motto is it's not worth the calories. So seriously, I go to Sardo's Pizza. They're on Ulmerton in Largo, right across from the sheriff's office.
Yes.
In Largo, on Ulmerton, and the pizza's great. So then, what happens? You start getting all kinds of
well, to be honest with you, I'm a little bit of an old school whatever pizza snob myself.
Yeah.
You know, anybody wants any ranch dressing with the pizza, I usually just start
throw them
screaming
the
at
hell
them.
out of there.
You know, all kinds of stuff. But when the first person came in and said, MJ sent me there, and
because
I don't know.
Because I mentioned on Monday morning or Tuesday morning. After I tried your pizza, I'm like, hey, I went to this pizza shop out in Largo called Sardo's, loved it. And then you start getting people.
Oh, my God. Listen, I don't know. When the first person came and said that, and they've been living in my area for a long time and never been by, I initially, because I'm a chooch, I got upset. I'm like, you don't even know I'm here. I got all these big flashing signs, everything, but I got to tell, I don't know whether to apologize or thank you. Apologize because I didn't even know people still listen to the radio. I'm sorry.
What are you talking? Of course
I'm sorry.
Santo, please know
But-
your
but-
audience.
But Santo, more people use the medium of radio each week than any other medium as far as media goes. Yeah.
So the apology out of the way.
Yeah.
That Monday night. I mean, I'm busy. Thank God it's over 30-something years. I'm very blessed. But at the line outside the door of your people, not only do they mention your name, they tell me how long they've been listening, how you went off the air, back on the air. I mean, I couldn't tell if they were your fans or your stalkers. I didn't know. I really didn't know what it was.
Attention, potential advertisers. I say that this pizza's good, and this dude, Santo Sardo, has got a line out the door.
It's a fact. Forget about that barstool chooch. This was a real line. This was a real line. I mean, I don't know what makes him think he knows anything about pizza. We're all different. Maybe this young lady likes a little extra sauce. Maybe you like a little less cheese.
Yeah.
Everybody's different. You just got to tell me what you like. But
Hey,
the amount of people is amazing.
Good for you.
That's awesome. Okay, you just saw me scarf down this meatball calzone. This is like the best thing I've ever eaten, and this pizza like takes me to another place. I mean, it's really, really good.
I'm gonna hold up.
Amazing.
I'm gonna hold up the pizza now to MJ TV.
I really care, man.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
Okay,
So good.
So I have an Airbnb. I just Googled it. It's 5 minutes from your restaurant.
Oh, really?
In like Bel Air Largo, and I'm going to put on the description 5 minutes from the world famous Sardo.
Sardo's
I
Pizza.
tell you, I'll be honest. I don't like to mention other things, but some of my crazy videos, TikTok has been paying me some money to do some commercials on.
Okay.
TikTok.
Hey,
So-
talk in the microphone.
Oh, I'm
No,
sorry. I
I'm
apologize.
not a TikTok fan because
No,
the
me
whole
neither.
Chinese government
No,
thing.
I understand all that stuff, but anyway, let me get back to the thank you part of it.
Yes.
The amount of people that really love your show and follow you guys is amazing. I was honestly really, it really got to me. I know I'm going to be hammered by your sales guy now, but it really happened.
Mark Zallis is going to camp out in your toilet.
If I tell you, I'm telling you the truth, you blew me up, and I really want to thank you very much.
Thank you, buddy. Hey,
I really do.
Listen, I just want to mention a good slice of pizza I had, and hey, the rest is history.
Look, from my bathrooms to my kitchen to all of us, I've had the same employees. We got a lot of heart. We really care, and we love what we do, man.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you, buddy. Santo Sardo, thanks for dropping the pizza by.
Amazing.
And, happy to help out a local biz. But listen, advertisers, take notice. The power of the MJ Morning Show. My God, lines out the door.
True.
All right. Hey, Santo, thank you, buddy. I
Thank you
appreciate
very
it.
much.
Hey,
Thank
you can hang out for a few minutes. We're about to wrap things up. Hey, Roxanne, personal issue. I said I wanted to delve into something of yours personally.
Of course.
how is your dry January going? Have you fallen off the wagon or are you still dry?
Well, I'm doing a semi-dry.
Oh, it's a moist January.
Yeah, I suppose that's a disgusting way to describe it.
It's a misty January.
And so
I thought you were doing dry January.
No, I was doing like curious dry January, which is totally different. So I've had 2 instances in the whole month where I've had a drink. I had 1 glass of wine on Friday, and then I had. I went.
You're not doing dry January.
Yeah, 2
then.
times. I've had 2 drinks essentially, or two drinking occasions in the whole month. The whole month, and there are only 2 weeks left. So then I'm gonna drink on Saturday, and yeah, so I'm doing pretty good.
Oh my God! All these donations for Fester.
I mean,
it's crazy.
Yeah, so
250, 55, 50.
All right, let me refresh here. The Fester GoFundMe account, since he's hospitalized, it is it's now $1,000.
Anonymous, $50.
Yep.
I'll throw 100.
Daniel. Oh,
What?
I'll throw 100.
This is crazy. 14 donations so far.
Oh, Michelle says that for you it ought to be called Damp January.
I love it.
yeah.
I love it. I just saw that.
Michelle just texted Damp January. Oh my God.
Wow.
All right, so so Fester, Don the IT Guy, DonTheITGuy.com, he starts a GoFundMe for Fester, like the whole Damar Hamlin situation. You don't know. Santa, keep the $100. He's trying to hand me $100. Say,
You'll keep that.
I'm not going to take the $100.
You'll give it to Fester.
Santa just hands me the $100.
That was very nice, Santa.
Santa,
that's so nice.
Take the $100 back. I'm not gonna take the $100 here.
Give it to him.
He'll give it to Fester.
Fester's probably going to end up donating all this money to some kids' charity anyway.
Good, that's what I love.
Yeah, so, but again, Don the IT Guy started a GoFundMe for Fester, and it's already up to $1,000 since Fester's in the hospital. Hey, I mentioned Antonio Brown, and you see the latest? It's always something. I mean, just recently, Fester and I were in front of Antonio Brown's South Tampa house with the megaphone trying to get him to come out when there was the arrest warrant. And now Antonio Brown's Snapchat account has been suspended because he put an explicit picture with the mom of his kids. Is that the woman he's estranged from who had filed charges and then dropped the charges?
That guy is so vindictive. I mean, it's like if he doesn't like you anymore, he's just going to go after you. Everything he did to Tom and...
Well, I told you guys that I saw him because he's got that black Rolls Royce SUV because that was parked in the driveway when Fester and I went there with the bullhorn trying to, get him to come out. And I saw the exact vehicle on Gandy near Manhattan. And I'm like, oh, my God, there's Antonio Brown. I'm going to put. And then the light caught me, and they have got cameras there. So I'm not going to run a red light anyway, but they have cameras there. And he got ahead. I couldn't find him. But I was going to pull next to him and see if he'd, pull over and, let me shoot a video with him. Which I highly doubt. All right, we got to get out of here. Anything else before we call it quits here on a Wednesday?
No, I have more pizza to eat.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, thanks for the pie.
Hey,
Great.
don't forget, we're doing Madonna. Hey, Andrew, is that the name of the contest? Madonna, like pizza?
Yep.
All right, so remember, it's been announced that Madonna is going on world tour. Tampa is going to be a stop, first time since 1985. And we're going to get Madonna in concert on September 7th. And we're giving away Madonna tickets for Amalie Arena. You have to wait until you hear 2 Madonna songs in a row. When you hear the second Madonna song start, be the 7th caller at 800-990-1047 and win a pair of Madonna tickets from Q105. Santo Sardo's Pizza, thanks for the pizza. Folks, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Website is loaded, mjmorningshow.com. That's mjmorningshow.com. And let's be careful out there.
The Q105 app is your connection to all the big contests. Powered by Anna Jar and Levine Accident Attorneys.